obi eye me follower nipa no anytime bia me ne wo ha to extend say nipa wo the video we ma me no me ne kasa ewo me WhatsApp line so nyina so wonye obi keke say wo di machi wo TikTok keke okofa video we no wo de ma me wo WhatsApp and I will say we hear education kakara wo ho we a Muslim, the guy is a Muslim, okay? Nipana what do we send him we Muslim, but will follow Sankofa and what 10 year maybe I say. Now what the video we send him and was say we hear me too light kakra because we nim say asemo sa papaya or that's we know can we didn't throw. Now this guy nankasa no me obi ti say me Sankofa minimum no enye okay. Obetu ye wo media nim that time Facebook obetu ye wo media nim be 2017 mo na oba media nim so oba Facebook na oba ye na I was into the Islamic teachings me hu ni say we ye trofo Nexus me mo akwaba me hu say we ye trofo from that 2017 up to 2025 year wo mu no what dia trust na won say what only dia na say when him say incremosomo no wo dia tro wo mu a en say hwe ena wo nua kremoni kora hu say wo dia tro wo be support okay ono no e wo se wo di ntro wo nya followers na wo nya followers no a wo bon say wo mu a no wo dia beto so akronfo abebu mepuno ni abewi amenema enti memwa me wo no wodi aba akronfo abeje me fon enti no me sira momwa me wo no wodi aba me pamcho me hia computer enti memwa me enti wono ne intention wodi wo media ni mo no say wo be feeding itself from the followers okay ne intention wodi wo mo no enti wono no social media na wo no enye no kure bi na wo ka de a kire nipa me na me tu ne dini a man edini UT liar me na me de say dini man no okay so who come YouTube page wa Sata mo na Abraham di jumedi no na otafa Abraham videos na wa betena se na Abraham nsem wo ka na wo na adwene se wo di banke na odi atro shem na makofa video na abetena se na ma react to it so ema dodo na hunu se wo ya atro enne ya me na okasa kura no ye woni nuanom bia wo TikTok a wo ne no enne ne nya adwene because wo hunu se wo ya trofo hwe enne video na me de beto TikTok wo no amohwe no se won hwe ya mebo audio na mo tie when mama hunu ye say nothing can change this guy. Okay? Nothing, there is nothing on the surface of this earth that can change this guy to be truthful and honest to himself just a bit. Akwani sebo wakanyina wadi atrosa from A to Z. Kola bi neba ne platform so. Enu obebu sa question. Okay? Obebu sa question lali michiao. Obebu sa question about Commissioner Mohammed Awariye aware Aisha. Okay? Commissioner Mohammed aware Aisha na sa Commissioner na ware no ware ye no ye be ware ne baba the same age you know one penny so. Okay? One penny so. Ena obi bebu sa question na wo se abrantie we yi ne no. Na no ye na wo yi ye no. Entura wo twaye no. Hey. Enti sa guy we say pa enti omu di na chi no omu ye Muslims ana ya na they were proud to say when they see him lying. Okay, ya try de wo Quran mo betantro hadisi wo ho obetantro. Okay, enipa wotimi tantro to ne Quran so nipa wotimi tantro to hadisi so sa nipa wotimi betantro catch say makwa kokenkai professor bi enwoma bi about Africans. Makokenka professor bi enwoma bi about accounts. Makokenka professor bi enwoma bi about marriage. What the ba betena se a chire Quran na enkremofo wogidie wo mu se oh Upper East mahu pa Quran na wono asemosro wogidie wo mu se yentwa ntronto Quran so yentwa ntronto komisheni so eya asotwe kase woni se suro no timi twa ntro de to komisheni Muhammad so twa ntro de to hadith so twa ntro de to Quran so a how much more say o twa ntro de ato o twa ntro de edi aka nsem bi edi egu nipa foforo bi animu ase ya ontumi obetumi aya amana boroso ebetumi aya amana boroso mama nko TikTok me ko fa ni video no na ye bebo ye tie audio no na me di bank ni nsem no one after the other we kura nye di bank mpo eye ntoro montage na mon kan chense ni teacher ma betena se mi be school no omra no metie nipa ni question na ode man no enye ne answer no ode man no enna ne answer ya kwaku paulo me kwaku polo ne answer na ode man ni nyina no nsem a wo kan ye nyina ya atoro okay mami wura me five ni video na ba me pa cho twen me nyina so ma me why me pa chao enti muntie monta maso me bo audio no na dia kire mo enti wo kasa duru ba bia ye be poso na ye school no why aha enti obi ante na so na ontie enkomo na course no wo life e na call bi guest bi ebisa ne question na obisa no moma ye ntie question na nipa ni bisa no na ye nhwe answer wo de ma no ene ntoro a wo betwa edi egu odo ankasa ne komsheni ane na busunya ho eso ne ntura wo betwetwa de egu wode egu yan African history animu ase tie no ye hwade tewaso
introduce yourself. I don't know your voice on your Bible na mehu and on your Quran na mehu.
Let me go to my question.
No, your question. Introduce yourself.
Listen, yes, my question is your
Introduce yourself.
married a 6 years girl.
Introduce yourself.
When Abu Bakar and
Introduce yourself.
Stop talking.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. If you don't come with manners, I'll drop you down.
No problem. I'm just asking a question, so just listen to me.
So let me know who I'm talking to. Be polite.
Okay, you are talking to God, Miracle Page. My name is
your name. I want to know.
My name is Daniel.
Oh, good. Then Apostle Daniel, let's go.
Okay.
me pacha kola na oba so no okay kola na oba so no ne din na wabo no ne question na obebisa no moma ye ntie question na obebisa na ye nhwe ba bia akwa we be started ne nsem na free okay ye nhwe ade ekwaku polo ya ne din na no UTI liar ne din na no because say I say we do know hey odia ye nto aso me pese me kasa bebire ene topic na nkasa na be mu wonu ene nkomo na ye bidie no ebe mu wonu na atro no ye ka ho asem no edin na manfa ama ne keke wo minimbo tanti am didi ne man tie nkomo no
Your prophet you married 6 years girl Aisha.
Okay.
Then you guys said there's something wrong with it.
Okay.
Abu Bakar and Umar asked of Fatima in hand of marriage, and your prophet said Fatima was young. Your prophet said Fatima is young. So I'm asking you, why is your prophet condemning child marriage when Abu Bakar want to marry his daughter, but he was allowed to marry somebody's daughter at the age of 6 years?
Okay, is that your question?
me pam chone question ni na ne say was say wo mo komuhweni no e ware Aisha at the age of 6 years okay ena wono ne komuhweni no ne baba ye fa ne Fatima obi bai say oba be ware no komuhweni no amfa na ama na ware ye according to the hadith, you know, commissioning na fana amana aware because commissioning say na osa. Any wobusa say e die benti na wono commissioning na timi aware akora at the age of 6. Na ye ba besira ne ba aware nso a na wo ka che nipa na obesira ne ba na aware ne say ne ba ni swa enti wontumi mfa ne ma na aware. Na yentie ansa wode ba. Yen koso why?
Is that your question? Answer the question. Yeah, is that your question? I'm done. Just answer the question. All right. So what you do is when I'm answering, you keep quiet and listen. That's why I listened to you when you were talking. Well, first and foremost, when Sayyidatuna Aisha was married by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at age 6, according to certain hadiths, because there are certain hadiths that also disprove that. Now, at age 6, based on this your hadith, the hadith said they waited until she reached at age 9 before she was taken to the house of the Prophet. Before I respond to you, how old was Fatima when Umar and Abu Bakr requested her hand in marriage? How old?
Baby, an entone beshasi efrine. Yabusa question. You go ahead and you answer the person. Wanon so wanon ba ya no what say I madiatum. Hadith no awo kan ye no kire say komsheni ne kwaware akora no kosi nesiwa at the age of 6. At the age of 9, ena ye de ne ba komsheni fie. Okay? Enti at the age of 9 no komsheni no ni 54 years. Odi akora at the age of 9. Eno ena akoye assembly a omo nye nkremosum ni nie no ede ha nkremofo wo yadene. Okay? Enti insese obekoso na wa answer no. Wo se akoba ke na wo bisa ne obisa ne question no answer. Eye normal, ye nyina ye bi. Eye normal. Enti yenhwe answer no question na wo bisa no. Yenhwe answer na kola no a wo frɛ no no ede be ma no. Na yenti asema yuti ada wa beka. Hwade.
How old was she? Okay, let me be sincere with you. How old was she? Listen, just listen. Let me be sincere. The verse didn't state his age like Sahih Buhari 34 states Aisha. But okay.
Me paje what you say? Kola na ye sincerely to himself. Was it there be hadith, you know, can ni age, you know. Said yes, Sahih Buhari and narrator no, and narration, you know. Wamu kan Aisha age, you know. But Fatima age ni there one can mami ama memwa kwa mechiao. Fatima age ni there hadith no anka. Okay. Why sincere to himself. Yenti asemwa UT Daawah ebeka. Mr. Mr. UTI liar. Yenti asemwa obeka. Okay.
Okay. Muhammad said, you don't know. Hold on. Let me. I'm not done. I only ask you a question. And you answered. That's what I wanted. So you have made it clear that you don't know the age of Sayyidatuna Aisha, which Islam considered that one to be a young age.
Me pata what you say? Nature say to no UTI liar no. Kola ni nim age no ana Fatima wo. No a wo ye Muslim no. Ye behwe se age ni wonim ananse wonim a. Okay. Wono as a Muslim no ye behwe se age no wonim ananse wonim a. Yentie no. Okay.
Do you agree on that? You have just confirmed that. Now, Aisha's marriage was requested by a woman.
Yeah.
It was a woman who saw that the Prophet was single and had no wife. And it was the woman who saw that it is right to marry her. And she requested the marriage to the Prophet. I think your network is breaking in.
Me pacha what ye? Atrone di kainu eniye. Atrone di kainu eniye. Okay. Wase Aisha awariye no a Muhammad wo mo komsheni ne ware no no. Enye Muhammad no a ne sori ye no ko ware akora ne nemom eye ema bi anase oba bi ne hunu se komsheni na tenase 2 good years obeka ne wo the last end no. Okay, obeka aha no 1 years na ma a man who said commissioning atnasi for 2 good years. And woman who said there be and yes a commissioning tenase 2 years wa better or baby in chain. And na omo ankasa hwehwe oba wo sefata sefata and no omo kware no edenema commissioning that is Aisha sana you Mr. UTI liar kan ye yenko yechi na yentie miwi a na ma kire baby na atro no ewo okay we say no documented wo mo hadith ne wo ho enti we de enya obeba betena se no abekasa keke da bi mu books no wo ho mo som na ekuta mo no mo woni books wo ho enti de mu books no beka no eno ne ebeti enti hwade ba me nko mechi kakra bi neti why
But
okay,
Muhammad
so
said,
you don't know. Hold
So my question is, listen,
on.
Let me
I'm not done. I only ask you a question, and you answered. That's what I wanted. So you have made it clear that you don't know the age of Sayyidatuna Aisha, which Islam considered that one to be a young age. Do you agree on that? You have just confirmed that. Now, Aisha's marriage was requested by a woman. It was a woman who saw that the prophet was single and had no wife. And it was the woman who saw that it is right to marry her. And she requested the marriage to the prophet.
I think your network is breaking up.
So it was a certain woman who requested Aisha hand in marriage for the prophet, according to Mr. UTI liar. Me pacha ye betu a video no so bet yen hwa de bi yen hwa hadith no asemo kan ye okay yen hwa de keme na me ba why ba me me pacha ma me nyani say okay said ya me yene da no yen hwa de wa ha okay this is from Said al-Buhari. This is from Said al-Buhari, okay? Hadith number 7012, narrated by Aisha. Allah's messenger said to me, so akurano ye ware no, okay? Akurana ye ware no kasa wone na kasa wa no, okay? Akurana ye ware no wono na kasa wa, okay? UTI Daawah say, ye maybe ene ko ware no edenema commissioni no because omu say commissioni Muhammad wo mu commissioni no watena se ya che ohina oba wo ne nchen ena omo no kwasere abaya na ware edema no sa no wo kire enti en hwade okay what say Allah's messenger said to me, you were shown to me twice in my dream before I married you. I saw an angel carrying you in a silken piece of cloth, and I said to him, uncover her, and behold, it was you. I said to myself, if this is from Allah, then it must happen. Then you were shown to me, okay, the angel carrying you in a silken piece of cloth, and I said to him, uncover her, and behold, it was you. I said to myself, if this is true, then Allah, if this is from Allah, then it must happen. Okay? And the Commissioner Muhammad said, oh, at least he say UTI no there. I wonder, why no, what don't they say why you teacher near what chiran korade? Can you imagine Nkura all polity or madrid to be liars in Omanga na ye woman? Okay? And the hadith they say, Aisha na nkasa kan say, omo komusheni no, ebo wono Aisha na man ye say, waso ne ho daye. Okay? Waso ne ho daye. Na angel no, e de ade baaye, na ode ade baaye no, na wono Aisha ne demu a ye de ntoma chechire ne ho ene o ka kire nse on cover no na ye wono Aisha ene o ka kire nse this is your wife ene o say se we no every Allah hode a ene ye bebem okay enti akura ni wo 6 years no na Allah eyi no ho daye e di kire Muhammad say onkochi akura ne na wone ne na at the age of 6 na Allah eyi no ho daye de kire no okay yen hwa de hwan na kwasre akura na ware ma me fa another hadith in san kire o yen hwa de wa ha okay Shadia waha. Wesian Sufri Said al-Buhari, number 5081, narrated by Uwar, was say, the Prophet asked Abu Bakr for Aisha hand in marriage. Abu Bakr said, but I am your brother. The Prophet said, you are my brother in Allah's religion and his book. But she, Aisha, is lawful for me to marry. Enti oko akurani papa ho. Ena okosre na wade afiri akurane papa ho ena akurane papa no woni mu se tamo no a obedi akurana wade na akurani swa na mo Muhammad huhu ada wo mu tunte no wo hunu de onka no ope kwan bia so senka ebe yanka Muhammad bejaye akurana obepe na kopira no obejaye ena o ka kire nse bo me ye wunua na obepe me ba wade ne de aden ena wo se wo ye me nua ewo Allah ne som ene ne ngoma wode abam eba ne som mu dia wo ye menua eba ne ngoma mu dia wo ye menua nemo ye ba normal life dia minimum enya menua no enti wo ba no wo ye lawful for me se me ware no enti fa ne ma me aware okay enti eye Muhammad ni mom na koseki Aisha ni hand in marriage enye ema bi ne hunu se Muhammad ya tenase ya che onye oba bia anware no ena wo mu no kokosre oba Aisha wade dem a wo mu enye sa na tie yutia liar enye sa na tie wo ye nipa bia wogu komheni ya ni mu ase afri tete sa bepem samre Muslim se wo Ghana entumi nka hwe nkire ya no ye betena ha na ye kan sem wo kro animu a wo mu so mu nya ya wo mu beku yai that UTI liar atena media nimu from 2017 edi atrato nkremosom so sa imagine say wotimi tantro to Quran so wotimi tantro to hadith so wotantro di guni komsheni hu fi wotantro di guni Allah hu fi a imagine wo so Bible nimu a eni wotantro a wo befele se okotena se wo ka history bi about a cancer eni wo befele I wonder sa brante we sorry a obetena se no wo de yenhwe yento yenkomo no so nya botre na de yento yenkomo so tie no
not my network. It's my network breaking. Let me change my microphone. Hold on.
Yes, your network is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's clear. It's clear. I'm talking about child marriage. So answer.
Yes, the same argument we are doing. The same argument we are doing. Same argument we are doing.
Okay. No problem.
Now, child marriage is based on criteria, era, and period. If in that era was okay, then you have no moral right to say today that because you cannot marry 9 years girls today doesn't mean let me land. Keep quiet, let me land. But also keep quiet. Let me land. I have professor whom I can cite. His name is Van Bullock.
Sensem when waka na me buafuno. I have a professor whom I can cite. Okay? Some of these people wrong. They haven't seen damage sa Aisha award we say no. A damage Islam so no omunim. They are trying to make it sensible to the wise ones, but omo money ateni hunu say eyenkwase asem. Was say Se 7th century no se na eye normal dia we have no right say ye be condemning it today. Ukom sheni Muhammad baye no na there were some things that na ye right at that time. Na they were living a life where to them now it was right for them and no one was condemning it. But ukom sheni Muhammad baye no obe condemning ama ene abedane bone. What did you make catch no? Wobabe condemning niyeme bia na wo ho no mo no ama ne be ye abeye bone. Eniyeme bia na ye bone a na wo ho no mo no. Ene wonu Muhammad na be aba be ya no e dia be set example say eye papa. Omo anu amosuma abosomo no. Okay. They saw abosonsom say eye papa. Muhammad sorry ya wasi nyame bia frɛ no. Say wo meka ntro mo say abosonsom no nye. So who was Muhammad? Right be na wono wo say wotumi condemn esomo ane nana no mu di jai na wono ne beto so. If Muhammad was able to condemn esomo a wono ne beto no e wo hotete no wono ne beto ye no, if he was been able to condemn ama ene aba bedane ade bi a wo waba ye na ade bi say eye mmere bi afiri Nyankopon ho no ma, why then can't we condemn that atrocity no Muhammad and this kind of abrabonu or commission in a boy? Why can't we condemn it? At the age of 9 years, 54 years, he did akora of say normal. What the yanko yentieno?
Professor Ben Bullock, he wrote a book on age of consent of marriage, and I can also cite in the Jewish literature, Daawah, chapter 5, verse number 3. So I'm not talking based on my opinions, okay? Okay? The professor said that women were even married at age 7 in the 12th century. And Professor even lived in the 7th century. So if in the 12th century you can marry 7 years girl and it was nothing wrong, in 7th century when you marry 9 years girl, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
You cannot say I wrong because okay. Even the abosom for impono not to have sex with your adopted son wife was something illegal, was something sin to them. For them, having sex with your adopted son, Nanso Muhammad and an adopted son having sex. Just to set an example for the followers to follow. Say, would you adopt a son here? Enyashe. Onone paya adia ya papa no. Adia ya papa no. Wabe friend say ye bone. And adia ya bone no. Wabe friend say ye papa. Adia ya papa no. Wabe friend say ye bone. Adia ya bone no. Wabe friend say ye papa. Muhammad lived in 7th century. Ne papa wa wo no. Well, if you ni papa wa no papa no. How many years now? Wamu and son Muhammad never to abosonsuma. So if that time no, it was right, who was Muhammad to come and condemn? Who was Muhammad to come and condemn abosonsum wa Mecca? But we condemning. But it so na young Muhammad na it was right. So say Muhammad abo abrabo way na se nen ye hunu se Eya brabo funda ye condemn ya o ka say who is ye when see be condemn. The point in the crowd we person making him lose. What the mama name condemn? Why?
So the criteria for age of marriage, when you come to Africa, in Africa, in the 10th to 18th century, a woman must go through puberty rites before she's married.
Okay.
My question to you is, at that time, what was the age of puberty at that time? Women, what was the age of puberty for women at that time?
You see that way.
I'm asking simple questions. I'm asking you, what was the age of puberty in the 7th?
Listen.
I'm asking you.
Just a simple question. Busa UTI liar no. Wakomeri go round the south. Wakomeri go round the south. Just a simple question. Wakomeri go round the south. Mary go round wakosa when you answer ye. Wabusa enipa na wabusa ne question wapa no wabusa ne question be terase 4 kora wo de yenko yanim e say wo de aba Africa so ye wie na ya ba be kire ne ba bi enyansa wo de aba Africa so nti ye wie na ya de aba be ya be kire ne ba bi enyansa wo enti wo de mu ntie no.
Listen to me carefully. No, hold on. I have answered the question. Allow the audience to judge. I'm asking you, what was the age of poverty in Africa? No. So if you don't know, I quote a book for you. That's why I brought this book.
Africa is not religion. My brother, Africa is not a religion of God.
Yeah. Say ya na no ko Abraham Bimushe program so na sada na e sheme fucking say Abraham on peke me. Ko kan say mi wo ho say ye wo book bi a ye de kire wo university about yen accounts for ya mamra na accounts for wo didie bi say wo ye akanni na wo nananom amamra ne amane wo nisu ye na wa mo abrabo said your mo no hwehwa wo a wunya ba bi pantana. There is one question ananka me person anka Abraham Bimushe family anka me bisa brante ne mbusan say one chire ya one akan tribe ewo honomu a sasam na wo kan wagidi. These people has limited their brain, their thinking, their life, and their everything based on the book. And everything they will read in the book will be they think say once it is written in the book, no ayana correct. There is no single account tribe wa what said GDN say one anonymous share, one anonymous coin, one anonymous mamrani amanie, say what niswa uwa, one anonymous mao baby intana. There is no account tribe wa ekuta say GDN. So sir professor na who sia say wakokenka ni book wa ya wanu hu ngoma ya de chire university no account tribe be na wo chire say wo chire sa de ni wom. They say what the book wa chire was in Africa. Your friend say at the age of poverty no na ye sentientie de dia wo ba beka. Okay. O de yentie no.
God, Africa.
Mr. Abraham,
we are talking about
chairman
of God.
We are talking about marriage. Marriage is cultural in Islam. Marriage is cultural.
No, I'm not talking about culture. I'm not talking about culture. I'm talking about
marriage
and God's plan for marriage.
Where did God say?
In Islam, marriage is not culture. Marriage is part of the religion. Okay? It is written in the Quran. It is written in the Quran. Lawful for you to marry them. It is written in the Quran. Okay? It is written in the Quran. So it is in Islam. Marriage is not a culture, but rather marriage is part of the religion. Stop lying, my brother. Stop lying. Stop deceiving masses. Stop brainwashing your followers. Stop blinding your followers. What you say? In Islam, marriage is religion. It's not culture. Okay? Kokenkai Surah to An-Nisa. Kona kokenkai. The chapter of women. Kona kokenkai. Ema ubetumi aware womo. Omo untumi ware womo. Womo ubetumi edi womo aka wo yire no mo ho. Ema dudu a ubetumi aware. Ni nyina you can find it there. So why then are you trying to lie to us? To us why? Okay.
Say, hold on. Where did God say that you should marry at age 9? Was it a command?
Listen, my brother cannot answer my question.
You said God. I'm asking you, was it a command?
Listen to the question.
I'm asking you, was it a command? You just lied again. Listen, you just lied that it is God. I said it is marriage. Which question?
Listen to the question.
Which question?
The question is
Which question?
The question is that. Now listen. Be quiet and listen to me. The question is that your prophet married a 6 years girl. And you guys said there is nothing wrong with it. But Abu Bakr and Umar wanted to marry his daughter. And he didn't permit that marriage. He said his daughter is young. And my question to you is that why is he allowed to marry somebody's young daughter? And there's nothing wrong with it. But when old people are coming to marry his daughter, he is telling those old people that his daughter is young. Is he not a greedy man to say that to the old men?
So invisible. Then any tribe no Jimmy Papa. Meme Sankofa me say mo tribe no wo mo Jimmy. Why? Tribe will be a ufri mo. Wo mo ware at the age of 10. Edi nkura at the age of 10 wo mo Jimmy wo mo ya moa. Why? Me kan dia chiro pain. Wo tribe a wo mo no. Sa mo ware nkura at the age of 10. Na wo mu di nkura at the age of 10 na mo tribe no wo mo ya moa. Wan kasa no wo ya aboa. Say who follow that tradition no. Now ware akura at the age of 10. Now din at the age of 10 na wo ya aboa. What the America no? And two tribes no wo mo ya moa. Why? Mo tribes no wo mo nya nipa wo mo ya moa. Thank you. Yanko.
You see, when you begin to use stupid questions, stupid words on the prophet, I will use by heart words on Jesus.
It doesn't matter. I'm used to that. So answer the question.
No, so don't bring that stupidity, else I'll remove you on the live.
It's not about removing you.
I said don't.
Edurabufu, okay. Edurabufu, Abrante na sem na okano. According to the hadith, no mama mfa o. Hwade, Abrante na sem na okano. According to the hadith, no hwade. Okay? Mama nyeni say. According to the hadith, you know. Okay, wakoken kai mo ngoma no eda wahunu. Ukom sheni ako dadai akura ketua at the age of 6. Ako dada no akosi akura na siwa. Ama at the age of 9 wako dada akura na kodino. Ye ba ware ne ba. Wase ne ba ni sha ompene ma ye mfa ne ba ne ma ware. Ena Abrante re say sa subana ukom sheni ni down e die no eye nkwase asem simple. And they are the Koranso. What the Akura at the age of 9, my yen uba, so at the 82 Kurana, my yen nino. Never said ye dear and Korea dear yesterday. Shahadisero. According to Sunan and Nasai, number 3221, was it narrated Abdullah bin Buraida. It was narrated from Abdullah bin Buraida that his father said, Abu Bakr and Umar, may Allah be pleased with them, proposed marriage to Fatima, but the messenger of Allah said she is young. Then Ali proposed marriage to her and he married her to him. Okay? Enti Umar and Abu Bakr wamo koe nanka wamo kope komisheni ne baba Fatima Edino. Okay? Ena komisheni no according to the hadith ne komisheni ni se debi ne baba ni Isa. Enti tumi mfa ne baba na Osa no Emma mpanyimfo bia wo mumfie che no enware no na omu nkodi ni mpra no. Okay. Nanso Ali eba besre akora na wade after no wade ne ma no. Senka Abrante we betena se no. Ena nka wo ka bota airport ntia komisheni ni de ne ma no anka be make sense. Nanso wo de hwentra wo betwa. Hwade. Wo de yen hwade. Oh, video no me pacha ya hade. Why?
A woman must go through puberty rites before she's married. My question to you is, at that time, what was the age of puberty at that time? What was the age of puberty for women at that time?
You see Daawah.
I'm asking simple questions. I'm asking you, what was the age of puberty in the 70s?
Listen.
I'm asking you, listen to me carefully. No, hold on. I have answered the question. Allow the audience to judge. I'm asking you, what was the age of puberty in Africa?
No.
So if you don't know, I quote a book for you. That's why I brought this book.
Africa is not religion. My brother, Africa is not a religion of God. Africa.
Mr. Abraham,
we are talking about religion
Chairman,
of God.
We are talking about marriage. Marriage is cultural in Islam. Marriage is cultural.
No, I'm not talking about culture. I'm not talking about culture. I'm talking about
marriage.
God and God's plan for marriage.
Where did God say? Hold on. Where did God say that you should marry at age 9?
In the Quran, Sheikh Awad Muhammad a confirm it. Only Mami Grace platform. So in Islam, in the Quran, marriage any age, okay? According to Quran Surah 4, okay? Marriage any age. Mukomu shenini say, ninyame se one country say mube to me a jai akwara. Wabera no na onim adia ya friend menses. Wonim adia ya friend say menyame menses. Enti akwara no watching it from bare 5 years ya na wuja at the age of bare 10 years. Wonim adia ya friend menses. Utumi jai no. Enti in the Quran no age ni ho. Wo Allah ni se utumi di akwara ya wonen ne kora utumi. Woko kanes na wo 40 years ya utimi fani kodino. What okay, yanko.
Was it a command?
Listen, my brother cannot answer my question.
You said God. I'm asking you, was it a command?
Listen to the question.
I'm asking you, was it a command? You just write again. Listen, you just write that it is God. I said it is marriage.
The question.
Which question?
Listen to the question.
Which question?
The question is
Which
that.
question?
The question is that. Now listen. Keep quiet and listen to me. The question is that your prophet married a 6 years girl. And you guys said there is nothing wrong with it. But Abu Bakr and Umar wanted to marry his daughter. And he didn't permit that marriage. He said his daughter is young. And my question to you is that why is he allowed to marry somebody's young daughter? And there's nothing wrong with it. But when old people are coming to marry his daughter, he is telling those old people that his daughter is young. Is he not a greedy man to say that to the old men?
You see, when you begin to use stupid questions, stupid words on the prophet, I will use by heart words on Jesus.
It doesn't matter. I'm used to that. So answer the question.
No, so don't bring that stupid.
Why you use stupid words to his God? So Onosube used to by heart words to your God. Simple as ABCD. Muslims they know say Wamusu Muhammad. They know their Muhammad is your God. And if you use stupid words towards their God, they will use by heart words towards your God. This is simple. You tear the hard respect, logic. Who did you mean yamiyate? Mambedi do yamiyate. Make it confond the actual yami. Simple. Yentu as well.
Stupidity, else I'll remove you on the live.
It's not about removing you. Are running away.
I said don't bring those words. That's the criteria. Don't bring those words.
If you
can't be polite, listen. If you can't be polite on my platform, I'll drop you.
No problem. You answer me. Just
so accept. You'll be polite. Then we go on.
I'm always
polite.
Okay, let's continue. You answer me.
Now, I think I started from somewhere. Let me continue. The prophet married Aisha at age 6. She was not taken to him. When you read that, discontinue. Don't read portion and leave it. She was not taken to the prophet until she was age 9. Why the delay? It was to meet the standard of that time. At age 9, a woman is matured enough to be taken to the prophet. And that is the reason why.
So, what confirm say 6 years, I am fana ma commission in Amana Kowono. Now was a Kurani train when you're at the age of 9. Naya adia never one woman dada. Commissioni, I will no free na coupon be your boss on your assassin. Or by betreche nipa quantinene. Or by ye dim Kuran kete. One also say, Messume dim Kuran kete because I adia oh. Oba ye din Quran ketinkete minsu be din Quran ketinkete ni bi na mama na be ye lawful mama na be ye adia emu be da ho e bia ma mi followers ye be di machi eye normal enti no oba ye abosonsom no wo be fra ne ntoma na wo di the same abosonsom no di amamu a ma fa ne normal because once mo commission ye no eye normal ye nto aso o de amu nyina so me se me point na me twa ne pa. Me make me point in here. Now my pick him on my basso.
At that time, Aisha radiallahu anha even fought at Battle of Badr. She also fought at Uhud. You understand? So this is
Monsha Semu. Akra at the age of 9. Wabet me a call. Oh no, this guy we nankasar minim na dinner deni trimono. Na dinner deni trimono. Minim any attente who ankasa die mu beye dru. Me, I don't know. Nadina Kasapa ni atinte huo. Die mudrobe akura at the age of 9. Go bet me a call war. Last time we post 2 video bia. na your friend say Ishak Sanak explaining assembia was it one of this Islamic sect, you know, Ekasetia Aisha incident to be a see, you know, okay. Now Obabe Chiremua. What Chiremua to a stand say Aisha Nimpono. Now what you too light to a stand say what did it to contain more? What that contain him no? Anyone ni contain him no? Wait no difference you womb. Enti wamu call ya wamu bano omu suwa Aisha ewo adie mu because omu se sata mu no ene na ye omu hijab yen ina ga de wo she box na yakata wo so enti ya de Aisha ashe box na yakata nso ena esin nkrofo ku obi kon ho Aisha apia free mu wo akoni o se wo akwadun so nkrofo no a wo mo so ade ne be pagya ade no na Aisha nim nanso wo ma the difference between say na Aisha wom ne Aisha nim so Aisha was so light to extend say untimi differentiate between wo wadiem ni woni adiem sakura we yetimi de ne kwa akoma ne yeye abba just to defend Muhammad issue wo ya wo die na die nti obekantro yenko.
This is to prove she was matured even enough to go to battle at age 9 at that time.
Okay.
And I gave scenario of a professor called Professor Van Bullock, who said women at age 7 were married, and it was accepted, and it was not wrong in the 12th century at age 7. And I continue to say, if someone can marry at age 9,
na kwa we ko kan history wona kasa wo history ya na usia free hene obi awo wutimi gather film and figure ebetna se de camera si wonim ka kire yen say in history konfo anoche no afri Burkina na ni dini ne enya anoche na ye aniche wutumi ka say in history wo see history no wo wonim se konfo anoche wo afri Burkina ya Burkina na wo fri ni dini anoche enya anoche na mom eye aniche ni chese brabedidi enti eniche no ena na ya na no mo ntimi amodini ena mo ka anoche na aka ho wo history ben na wo wiase esi konfo anoche firi every Burkina na ni dini na eya anoche na ye eniche wo tini tinase Gaddafi manve go be kasa antro we wo wia wo be ka history wo wonim ade e friend history say me cite professor bi wo wonim professor. Do you know the difference between professor or kind of credit professor or tantro? Ka untu metna social media and kase konfo anoche. History wo hono mo esi wo firi Burkina. Na ni dini no enya anoche na mom eye eniche. Eniche wo rada na enya eniche eye eniche wo. Trofo ati se wo.
age 9 at the 7th century, and if someone can marry at age 7 in the 12th century, then if someone marries 9 years girl at 7th century, there should be nothing wrong with that. Now coming to the Abubakar.
Enti wama na ne komsheni na semna make sense. Professor waka professor bi ne buku awatre say in the 12th century na eye normal sa be ware akora wo 7 years. Enti say in 12th century no eye normal. Nessa ni komsheni living in 7th century. Nessa wadi akora wo 9 years eye normal. What you say? Wo bi edibi en wo nunzu dibie. Eduru ho wanya prophet. Wo dibi said wo bi edibie no. Revelation ma nanso akora yi mo amunya na according to hadith. Wonya nya 9 years na kora wo si wodi na na mo kom. Mo munya no. Mesi munya no minim se woni duma papa bi dia. Na wutumi tam Aisha emfo nyine de suma ende se won fa nkwache Muhammad wodayem at the age of 6 no won kwache ni no. I always say more to us way.
Issue. It was Abubakar. It was a lady who went to Abubakar to say, your daughter, we want to give your daughter to the prophet to marry. She is matured. And Abubakar, out of his will, accepted. It is not a prophet who requested to marry her. It wasn't the prophet who requested to marry her. It was the women over there who sat down and said, See that the prophet was single, his wife is dead, and he's been single for 2 years. Okay. So let's look for a lady who is nice and give it to her. And
enti Aisha Diana and was actually mono. Nanso sa wo check Muhammad yire no mono after Khadija wu ye no enye Aisha no ware no. After Khadija wu ye no enye Aisha no ware no. After Khadija wu ye no oba no ware no em say Aisha ne tosu third after Khadija wu ye em say Aisha no tosu mienu so tosu third and ware no. Okay, nanso abrante wo ya betena si kan tro say after say Khadija wu ye no Muhammad tenase for 2 good years na onfa oba bia da ena ma bi se da bi ma yenko na yenko sere Aisha papa awade yenko sere ne ba no Aisha emfiri wo papa nsam na yemfa ne ma ye komsheni because wadi suja che for 2 good years abba wei tira wo Islam wei yo wei akwa wei o tira wo Islam wei Wayo, watch now Islam.
And they married a lady to her. The grammar is Baker, lady, Baker, not Bintun. Bintun is a child, but a Baker.
Entimo radio. Why you so Baker? Any Bintu? Minim se hadia Bintu dia minim. Enti why you so Baker? Any Bintu? Thank you. Enti was it Baker? Aya lady. Ena Bintu aya child. Enti wo betirem. In between Aisha and Fatima, why na nyini you ti other way betirem. Hwade.
With regards to Abu Bakr and Omar's issue, they used the word bint, which is to mean she was not ready for it. She was young. How old was she then? Maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 1. She doesn't fit the criteria.
But what I say, enti UTI liar person what you say. Where they issue no hono, had dear Bintu, and the issue no okay, Bintu rich say, literature. Literature didn't maybe Ebiana Fatima were 2 years or 3 years, we may not know. And the fact is, Fatima age, you know, debatable. Ewo your friend say Islamic sect nim omumu bia ni wa kan say na Aisha wo 2 years and I say wo 3 years the omani lowest age Quran is 7 years. Okay, the omani lowest age Quran is 7 years. Ma menchire wade wa obe defend commission na brabo na brabo na obo Shadia wa okay. Okay. We free AI, okay. AI na wajini sources every baby okay. Your friend say yankai na yenti asema okaye. Ena se wo check kura no a wo check wo mo sect ni mu a obi ene wa man age 2 and 3 da. The man lowest age kura is 7. Okay. And he said Muhammad yatumi aware Aisha at the age of 6. Nanka was Abu Bakr any Umar aware no nanka was commission ne preso. Nanso there is a reason behind it. And nanka UTI liar beka yempo anke be make sense. Nanso or try say or be manu asem no and make sense. Say the commission ne di akora na wadino. Okay, enti yan hade. Was say Fatima was likely around 17 to 18 years old when Abu Bakr proposed marriage to her. While the exact age of Fatima at the time of her marriage is debated, with account ranging from 9 to 21 years. Historical sources indicate that she was likely in her late teens. Abu Bakr and Umar both proposed to Fatima, but their proposals were declined by the Prophet. Okay. Okay. Enti obia ni wa woman age at the age of 2 and 3 korada. Na onya akwara. Se na that time no yetimi ware akro wo sesa. Eni Muhammad na ekwan da ho se. Na nka wo se wode ne ba no ede ne ma Umar ana Abu Bakr mo mo we no. Now unim the reason why. The reason behind it is say one Muhammad ni decide say what the nebani bema Ali because that time no Ali position e won kremosom no na obon homo den okay e pa ncho mebo me bana TikTok o kan ho okay na obon homo den enti na ne dibra ne won animu so na Muhammad no expect say Ali ni mbom na beba besre Fatima na ware ama ne de na ma na ware okay enti omo call war no omo can think say war of Badr rather I think so I stand to be corrected eye Muhammad mpo ne bo Ali amania say wo pese wo ware ne ba Fatima ena Ali eba edi tumu no be ware Fatima okay enti Muhammad na ope beba na wo pese o ware ne ba Fatima no eye Ali na momo no na enya because of say ni age no wo yetu anase 3 ena Muhammad antias yamfa na amana ware but opese wo try ni wo defend ni komsheni na brabo na obo ye nti obe kantro okay obe kantro enti yanto aso aka be no wode nani osi na makopa na so why
So if you ask, that is it. And I went further to prove to you that secondly, in our Ghanaian culture, before a lady marries in the 10th, 13th to 18th century, she has to go through puberty rites before she's married. What you say? Abdulkarim, welcome. Now, that puberty right that you have to go through until you've seen your first menses as a virgin, then you'll be allowed to marry after the 2 weeks of the puberty right. Now, we crossing the age of consent of marriage for women at that time, it was 7.5. At 7.5, a lady has reached puberty and is going through puberty right. And after that,
in our Ghanaian culture, okay, ansana akwara yadine bema wariye no at the age of 7.5 years e wasa akwara ni buninsa me pacha what you say at the age of 7.5 enti opese wo kire say yan Ghana history no ewom 7.5 but akwara at the age of 7 at the age of 8 at the age of 10 that time no mponufu wo mo boy mponu wa bebuninsa 10 years nufu mpo omo boy mpo nu abebuninsa enne na enuane na yedi enti ema enkora no timi bubo nufu ntem betititi no na akora abaya wotimi nya more than 12-13 years kura ansan wa bubo nufu 12-13 years ansan wa bubo nufu bet opese wo kan asem no edigu yan Ghana culture animu ase na odi promote ne komsheni no ne nkora die na odi ye no na odi be fiti yan Ghana culture nti tiensehunu bia wote wokeka tetero ya ma menom so mu se umfie no kora no ewo fom na wo bubo nufu a wo mo chew no wo de tabu bo nufu no so se de be ya nufu no emantem because ebia wo mfie na wo no eni kwan se wo nufu ni pie enti wo nufu na ebubo a no mu se wo mfie ne wo fom a wo mo chew no wo de nufu abubo wo mo de ta abubo nufu so se de be ya nufu ni mantem enti at the age of 7 ye minim Ghana history bia at the age of 7.5 ye chi akora bi ware no a papa panyin toto wanya 54 years ekodi no minim se bi wo ha at the age of 7.5 ena ye Ghana culture na ye gorobra. Do you think say our forefathers were fools? Said ya mukomsheni no na wa bodam nti wodi akora wo 7 wo 9 years no. Do you think our forefathers were fools? Say omobema kwa ma akora wo 7 years 7.5 years say ya goro ne bra 2 weeks time be ma me fani nkodi no wa bodam ntia ta wa bodam ntia because of Muhammad Abra na oboy no wo tena social media egu yan Ghana culture ni mu ase because of Muhammad Abra phone na oboy no 54 years ya wo di akora 9 years no wo dina so na de egu yan Ghana culture ni mu ase masa mona mukom cheni akobo na Abra phone na ya tere de ato ho na ye kan mayanka emfantro meto ye so Nananom no answer so say akura 7.5 years yenkodi no ebi see that ewo ye na kana mamrem say papa panyin toto at the age of 54 years edi akura 7.5 years and I say when kura na Ghana mem ye go ne bra at the age of 7.5 years eye henefa yo yanto aso na won fa na no nsi
that in 2 weeks she's okay to have sex and marry. Let me put it this way: to marry and have sex, because the ancestors do not accept having sex outside marriage. So it was okay in our culture, it is okay in the culture of the Arabs, and it is acceptable. Thank you for your question. Have a wonderful day.
The what you say, yen culture ni mo de it wasn't okay. Yen nananom na wo munjimi yen pacho. It wasn't okay. So it was okay in Okomusheni time. When your so-called Muhammad no nyame obo so ni asase frɛ no nyame obo so ni asase edi akora wo siesie picture edi kire ne say won kwachi ni no nyame a nyankopon a wodo ne di akora wo siesie e picture edi kire komisheni a wasoma ne say wo metwi ni panko nkwaje mu no wode ni picture kwakire nse won kwachi ni no wo nyame no wo Allah ni di ni picture kire say wo komisheni ne nkwachi ni no. Now we are what they are beguya na can't coach anymore. Say, oh boy, why? Thank you. Me copy na so. Now fe ya share omo on beba be join no. Na yet you omo comment. Eba me cho me ba me to watch me sisia o. Mo ame fa ni mfo nyine ntu yachi. Na ye nto aye nkomo no so. Me da mo se. Okay. Yen copy na so. Mo da kra. What e? Eye debi kra na mo da.
Sankofa.
Dada Cash.
Sankofa, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Dada Cash.
This program away in and program your number one. Me teacher man. We a brave man. You see, Abraham your Abraham your common sense man. But we a brave man. Okay, you muntama nke Abraham ye. Ke Abraham sign. Aba. Sometimes so like you mu be yasan ye nkamu for ye di ya so ma we ya to nkamu. No man can answer because here ferry so be defending Islam. Ferry and area who so be defending Islam. We in same way. And one you to the way then.
Why Kotokolini?
Kotokoli for na 7 years omudo mubama ware and ye Kotokoli me pepe ni me busanga ni bache omu akamamu enti ni makamamre 7 years yemfa ma ware o baabia enti bia Kotokoli for ene de omu bama ware 7 years a eni akamamu enti mo betwa ntro den no
Na Kotokolini kura na menye sure say ya de ma 7 years ye beka se kodino at the age of 7. At the age of 7, yes, Kodino. Ow.
Aba.
Eyo.
Mrs. Sankofa, abrofoni Arab for say no munim say mobile phone can send a be expose omo a. Enko me yi Africa enko me yi Afrim. Enko me yusu bi. Enko me yi but no munim say phone be expose omo. And the TikTok I expose Islam. Ke Islam. And no way the money can offer. This is one obi a won kan okre. This a won kan okre. We the money na offer. Na wo defend ade we. Jitum keke na ya de bi Abraham kan. Jitum say ade no wo defend enye yie but gidi enti any believe nti wo be fa ne sa. But men force obi searching say obi be jindi because asem na wo defend and make sense. Nyansa bi anim. Sankofa mama to us.
Okay, shake me back
time.
Sankofa, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Warabakatu.
Yeah, Sankofa, who boy juma. What me say na dada cash kaya no. And now program no to say top. Me chama o. Na Sankofa pese mi ka so an wuti da wa o obi a o evil. Say evil uti da or your definition of evil. Would shani dimi na shani nim. Na san hwe eche acidity so no. Utumu say I been born any enkwasesem kwa na ye ne tirimuma. Or ye fucking rough mean dada. So oka asembi o say baker eya kwala kitikiti. Okay? And been to okay, and a baker so
media media been to say baker na me mountains aram ti been to.
There be or see been to a young woman. And a baker.
Was he been to no na ya akora ketekete no? And a baker na ya friend say a lady.
Okay, tie. Baker a virgin.
Okay.
Baker a virgin. And a been to a daughter.
Okay.
So uko share after Khadija no. Omo pedophile no. Owari Sauda bint Zama.
Yeah.
Tiedino Sauda bint Zama. Sauda, the daughter of Zama.
Okay.
Sauda intino. Onuna umare ko hwe ne turumu a ko toilet no. Through her na hijab no ba.
Shake. Look
at that catcher no.
Shake fear my feel pa.
Shake. Me pacho.
Sankofa. So I went trouble. Or see after Khadija no. Or you 2 years one worry or a single. Who am be a propose you a ferry say Aisha manu. But after Khadija so or worry Sauda. And Aisha. Inti akwewe o twan tro sa uzumi say me hu ade ha no. And I won kremofo so a wodi na ti. And atakbir blah blah here and there. He said wa bon. What do you say?
Akwa wa bon rough. Me to nyame. Say say boapa yanso no ode yes I don't know.
Maybe wa bon and boapa yanso san home. So wa bon and boapa yanso san home because me people wo home what you say ade onimo but still he's pretending like he know but he don't know. Into both. So I won't lie no Sankofa. Yes, credit wa pack books. Na obeka say obi a know all knowledge but wa bon keke wa bon say ebi. Min that now Sankofa. Inti asem ni na no what you say after Khadija no wari say.
Almost strategy omo use no.
Yeah, inti ya tapuchuku kwa so. Yeah, me tell make yeah, me tell.
Only say a strategy omo use no say party bugu achi. Wo party bugu no gu achi a obi awu na wo kasa. Akoye say
I say we nim before we say.
No we nim before omo nyina de omo ye no.
Book no so the same book.
At the same point.
The same book.
At the same point.
Kekala no we say book back where they say na wa pack be 10.
At the same point.
Adwuma omo nyina omo di no.
At the same point.
It is very shameful.
Muhammad
Awalo very shameful.
Ekokosi Zakar Naiko omo nyina de omo ya no otifia na buku edanechi nti saposiafo we mu no omo sua sa Zakar Naik ne sa ye pene say Muhammad Awalo mo no omo no omo sua omo nti wakofa buku abugu rechi
Odi ya from Kosoro.
Yeah, odi matapo later be.
Yo, shake the Bekunifo. Sankofa medase. Yenu abeme yo a kasai. Adenti na odi nyameson e ba be manga culture. Ama fe so culture na wo kanon so mpo wu say twantro because me ya wu me asante me yesire mini mama me na from A to Z. Me nana ya wale no esiwaware ni bi. But ya wale na kitikiti amfa na amfa nkotena ni kunu fie o. Sa bere no na emra da ho enya se ya wale o kitikiti na no ni ya de wakwa akotena okunu fie. Ya ma wo ya bra ema ye amamre mawo ansan ya so de wako kunfie no kra na nyesa wo ye o first bra na ye de woko da bi enu nti no se ye nua be ma yi be ka se an e na ya mamre e me ye wale akwala
Na bra ya no kra ya ne 7.5 wono ne se ye bra ne 7.5 years
sa bra na so kra no sa bra no na Sankofa wo hwe enne ya ye brantem eche ye kuro nkasa mu ye wo asem bi se ye se first no wo behu se oba enam ayuo se onim ayuo no one ayuo tenten ye pe nso still na onyanye oba so what you see ye say oba tete no na oba enam ayuo mu a oni ayuo tenten ye pe na onyanye oba nyasa se be no ontua oba o but we brass abre no na na kire ye frɛ wo se waye oba good enti se nua be me yi baba ka cha ye se ye tete no na yetimi ware sa na eye normal ene no me kire tribe koro ebia no mo fie ho nwa na no mo ware sa because na or say de entesa no ukọ Pakistan ni Indonesia no wa still na sa de no egusu a ekoso ho ye wale nkwala even nkwala 6 months kra no ye de omo ma ware omo Muhammad Ali o se wan minim se Muhammad hijab o se Muhammad wan obegina honom speakers corner e kan se enkramusum babie ni honom a ye kire time wa wode e wale oba sakola ni wo 3 months kura no
Quran na make it clear awade ye ni age Islam enti ya wo akora ne enne ye no se wo kokan na wo fonde ne ma wo enne ye no wo betimi adi akora no
yo o se 3 months kura na se penetration etumi ye adwuma wo betimi afa akola no enti koso wo muronko bi so
na wo betimi adi ube ma no abroche
yeah
on top keke
se o prophet no kura ye ana meboa enti ne enua be ma no fine se wo ye wo somo a ye wo som culture nko be sa wo de culture be ba bi remu a me metwa ntro say ni just to defend wo som no who does that okay me mfa ne say de wo kan ye no krese culture krase net sa nyankopon na wo so som no na obo nipa no na onim sese wo yesa e be ha akola no na pomuden ena wen to me anka senti ya say okay me mfa nse culture sabre no ni enim nyame onti omode omoye ba nyankopon na onim se wo yesa de no wo wale akola wo fa akola e ha na pomuden e betumi aku akola no e betumi asɛ na wo de no wen to me anka nkyere wo se ene se wo omo na na ye de a me se munjai but o se kondo ni se munto
just ne wo tire no do so nti ye nya ni tie ne akofo o mama
Sankofa nsɛm ne de ase o nhyɛ da ni nyina so
yati
nhyɛ da ni nyina so nyankopon
yati make it rain ya mon fa so anase obekasa
minsi no obi mrana
oh so pese usi dia make it rain
oh suggest ni bi wo akire dia metumi asi amabia
okay yati ni yes imam sise e pa cha woti enka o mi tu ho me why Imam Sise, make it rain. Okay. Any Kentana Waba.
Sankofa. Sisi kasa.
Okay.
Yeah, Sise.
Okay. Adofo mechiacha mu nyina megidi se megidi se obi ahụ ye.
Ye ho ye pa.
Me network no e sheki wa me nim se mutemi nka yi a.
Ye te won ka
mutemi nka yi.
Ye te wonka.
Good. Sheikh Michiao any data cash. You see, Sabi.
Annabi Sise so far mejo so welcome.
nkurɔfoɔ bi te sɛ UTI liar wɔ hu ɔmo ama yɛhu sɛ chromosome sabi ɛyɛ agyimifoɔ ne abɔdamfoɔ som yɛayɛ nkurɔfoɔ bi te sɛ UTI liar no ɔmo ama yɛhu sɛ sabi chromosome ɛyɛ agyimifoɔ ne abɔdamfoɔ som if not nsɛm na ɔka ɛwɔ ne video ne nyinaa no it was a mess up but me Sankofa as usual mami explain bibi kakra emma una na etiefoɔ no entie you see ɔse Muhammad tenase for 2 years Khadija wu ye no Muhammad tenase for 2 years ena mbaa bi akɔ propose sɛ Aisha embra ohun peni jimini peni wu twantro peni a wanyi wuti kakraka wa hyecha tintintintin ayo hu shake by force wu twantro wa yo hu by force shake ena wu twantro Sankofa ni Muhammad ye ni Khadija wu Ramadan busumi mu Khadija owu Ramadan busumi mu the next month of Ramadan Shawwal the next month edi etire wa Arab for calendar no ye fra ni Shawwal nti Khadija wu Ramadan no Khadija wu Ramadan mu Shawwal mu pe ena Muhammad ko si Aisha pe immediately Khadija wu ye ena Muhammad ko si Aisha pe o si Aisha pe no ena osa esi Sauda pe nti mba menu immediately Khadija wu ya no mba menu ena Muhammad ko si omupe Aisha and Sauda now my read between the lines sa action na Muhammad ye no e kire se Khadija wo ho dan kasa no na opese owe mba dodo opemma di ba asa Khadija no e ma no chance asa Khadija ma no chance because Khadija ya sugar mommy Khadija ya sugar mommy Khadija feedi no Khadija na ahwe no nti ontumi enkonya kwana bi enwe nti Khadija wu ye pe ena onya chance ena okosi mba menu pe oba na ewu the next month wakosi mba menu pe okay nti osi Sauda pe no ena waja Sauda esi ho oja osi Aisha pe ni Sauda no ena waja Aisha esi ho ena okoware Sauda nti a month after Khadija died wakoware Sauda and sana Aisha ediebemu you see so this is what happened actually my final point in them person make kasa bebre you see Muhammad na nkasa no wahu Muhammad yobi a ontumi control the sexual desire
Dabi
Muhammad ntumi control the sexual desire Muhammad betumi be try the whole day Muhammad betumi adi twa 6 to 6 menim eduro kuro ni manpower kuro a Muhammad no
Imam
Muhammad betumi adi twa 6 to 6
Imam ti say hadisi no a hadisi na ese ala de enam esoma angel ma ya de bre na ma worry ya wonya emema makoma ko 30 a ho odina na odidi twa no wonim say hadisi
ai
yes
minim enti manpower no de Muhammad ni manpower ne de anu odin Muhammad betumi adi twa 6 to 6 Muhammad betumi adi twa 6 to 6
now obia in one night in one night odi
Muhammad in one night anyhow Emma Muhammad nso ni kwati eya opi anyhow ama ubehu se samen ni hunsuo egugu na tade ho ni hunsuo gugu ni jalabi ho ama otumi di koma sala chi koye sala na ye hu ni hunsuo ewo ne tade ho
oh yeah
na ye wai ni hunsuo ebi ye fresh ebi awo ebi awo na ye yiyi wona tade ho
ala ni edwuma bi edi se ala ni edwuma bi ase obe
no ma no pepe ohun oba pe no pepe
obasma Muhammad ti wona tie hadisi bi wo ho Muhammad ti woni nesuafo edi nkomo ewia ketekete o na oba bi betwe oba ni twem pe Muhammad ni kwata abrim Ena Muhammad na adwane akodem akobieja wo bieja wie ya no ena opie ya na wabeka kire asuafo ne se oba na ma oni abonsam na enam nti hu na ebetumi agba ukoti abrim nti abrim a sori na kodem na kodi uyire na kodi uyire. You just look at someone like this. Just look at someone like this. Sankofa eya mi ya se ma waste me time wo kramosumu o. Eya mi ya ayam ya ama ya imam asa ka sanko siasem wa
wallahi
atwa
no
mafo e wo masalachi. Sankofa me da se me di besi hana obi nsimbre mu ansa.
Na even Sisi ne dada cash. Bosom me ba dada cash me bo bosom cry so no what is say bosom cry mo bi ahoden say onfankodi Obama fitiano pa nkosi sasa mo kwati bi wan
na
bosom mbonye sade bosom mbonye sade it doesn't make sense
ema de ne ede wo mo ho bere wo mo ma na hwe wo mo a Aisha ti was here wo ni hu ni say wo frɛ na wo ala ne frɛ no wo frɛ say wo be fulfill wo heart desires. Yes, because eya no one was say ema timi di wo mo ho bere Muhammad na Muhammad ne wo mo da because waka wama ya tell one woman him say Allah ama ne kwan say believing women dia de ne ho bere na wo prophet Muhammad wo timi di no
insult insult to God say nyame obosoro nya asase better mo bi afafa ma asa awi a waka chese onu ama kwanse
almost na ne ho ofenti ma na na de o
be de fe wo de yema samumre sam 35
ye ho nyefe
sam 35 wo
ye ho nyefe
Sa de ho ofeni de o mo boa
o ya be ka chese ya ara
almost na ejo wani no
ejo woni
we ya na ka chese ya ara
ejo wo Muhammad tim a ofeni na ehe ejo woni tim lies wo Muhammad tim ejo woni tim ejo woni tim
we dey
obi a ejo woni
tim adidi atam ne ya season fire
describing in nantie ya describing in nantie on antite say obi a
munya botre
sana Muhammad nanti
ya minim sa but on say
on antite say obi a ya pia ne ko sana on antite
and then me ya hugu Samaritan upper east and then me ya hugu Samaritan bia ho but you know the one and me ya hugu Samaritan bia who any jana no ya wo sia the baby fa
Dabi o ade no say hadith asem no mo kan o mu di obi atem asem o hadith no mo kan
Dabi menka Dabi minim sa
ya ma sam 35 for me why guest le wo dan ne do so why
me chiachia wonyina me chiachia obia
ya jo so make it rain yesiu oba sa
Sankofa me nda Sankofa nda me nkasa bebre nti me si form na wafa nipa foforo me si form na wafa nipa foforo
mate ya dasi wo like
so me dasi
ya dasi okay
me ba mochao eya me twini na nyanti no eya metimi express me e kan be ya me kan English kaka hamodia
kan English ni mai
oh Latin proud me kan Latin say you to say
okay you see the truth of the matter is that until you begin to investigate the religion called Islam, people will come here and insult and make noise. You will never know the truth and the concept behind the religion called Islam. It is based on falsehood before Islam will stand, because when you check the genealogy of Islam, it is based on falsehood. Now, they always condemn Christianity before you realize that Islam can stand a test of time. There is no message. I don't know if you study it very well, you realize that they don't have any message.
No, they don't have.
And now, no. Yes, message, they don't have any message.
Message one way. Message na ni say, na Allah yebako na Muhammad ono the best prophet. Hey, Adia Muhammad be sa one way.
So they don't have any message. So what they do is that
sometimes what they do is that there's no partition. And to say Bible your Proverbs Kenya sasam, Ecclesiastes Kenya sakabra bomunsam. Like you understand life. You will be a can wale asem. Your history, your the prophecy, your that type of Bible. So I say, oh, more than two boom, two broom, two pe. Say kuma.
Do you know, say, all those ayah in the Quran that they used to pray, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you will take it one by, I thank God now, no, by the grace of God, people are taking their time to read the Quran. They are taking their time to read all the books of Islam. They will come and tell you that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yes, it doesn't make sense.
That Al-Fatiha.
It doesn't make Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahman. If you bring it to the quote, it doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, they say, it doesn't make sense.
But you see,
you see, the fact.
Next time you ever can say Surah Fatiha, then you Surah 1. You bet me abekan.
Okay. Yes. You see them. It look like even the Bible, if you like, the Quran is even dependent on the Bible. You always see them quoting the Bible to make their point. So I had an opportunity to speak to one sheikh on live, and I was asking him so many questions. I said, my brother, you said that Jesus Christ is not a son of God. It's not this, and you are making those claims. Then I asked, so who is Muhammad? Then he began to speak his stories, tell all the stories. Then I said, okay, since you were born in Islam, were you able to have an encounter with Muhammad or God, your Allah? He said, no. Now, what is the evidence of the existence of Allah? What can you prove? What is the proof that Allah exists? They say, oh no, Allah cannot talk to God, human beings. The moment you talk to human beings, you will die. Then I said, what happens to Prophet Musa? Is there no Allah that appeared to? Did he die? Or he is a different Allah those days, and today he is a different Allah. So do you see this contradiction? They will come and tell you the Bible is contradicted. Or the prophet even have no credibility, just like you were saying. The prophet has no credibility. Check all the prophets in the Bible and their lifestyle. If Muhammad can be compared to any of the prophets, with the things that he do, and
even if you are a prophet, Sam, even if you are a prophet in the Bible and you dare lie to God, the punishment that come after you and
yes. And you see people condemn, but hey, in Islam, you can't condemn Prophet Muhammad if he do something. Haram. If you say something about him, it's haram. You cannot say, say, for example, if they say maybe Prophet Ezekiel this something, and it is bad in the sight of God. As for Prophet Muhammad, you can't say it in his case. They will say that, he's perfect. As for him, he has not done it. But if he can sleep with a 6-year-old child, it's good. Sleeping with a 6-year-old child is good as a prophet called by God. Oh no, there is a wicked God then. This cannot be the God that we know.
No, their God is different.
Okay. So it is only few. Yeah, of course. It's different. It's different. Yeah, it's different. Okay. Me wo bebre aka me wo yi. Ma bia me kan but won say ye do so nti no.
What the besa about so ye besa.
Me ambien so.
Etu de ma me ko esoro. Baby.
Yeah, me wa ha.
Yeah, me patriote you.
Me de ne say nti yiti ada wa so hwan no. De na mo ka na oni mo ana.
Na me say no eye bua paye o. Eye bua paye.
Pass me busa questions are one fee.
Eye bua paye. On say
who bisa no question?
One on intention.
O kan Yesu hu asem. Say Yesu ye nyame no. Me send call say Quran hefa na Allah nso can't say if you say uncle to run baby Allah say if you uncle to name me send it baby when female we send it
no the intention power the media anymore no eh sika sere
come back
what the pesca and anytime bia opesa ko ya obenya enkrofo ebegina di mo say bia be ya o wa bon say what the abeto so be fun ayera momo na me ntobi o wa no the abeto so akrofo abedi ame momo ame o wa no the abeto so
Sankofa ho na kasa sa no tom
I want him to do more because we want them before
wono ne botaya wodi wo media ni mu enti so na se atwa ntoro kora na wonsuro because on him say true ne ntoro no ebe man krofo bia na wo fo be ba be di na chi wo be ku sika wo mo de be ma no.
Oh, okay.
Odi ye me say Sankofa o party account won na yen start yen ka ehu asem Bible odi men ka kura yen starting ba hye Bible na ka say oh ya mon supporting kremufo ya mon supporting here ubohu nkofo be ka say behwe Sankofa sese wagi nkremuso me say nsama obete wonu baba ne ye be sanu ska obesi dances ya Opa try bi na hwe
me kasa asem yo say me botaya me de wo media ni mo no se ekoba say eska na me de pa yes starting wo Facebook on ye hunu ba bia amanfo bi no erbi mo de na mo ye obi ti say your friend say free man say me platform so me platform ka ho Abraham bi mu share platform ka ho e na ma boy ni di pie ye okay free man na ene na wono na timi kotena say wo she wo mess yourself date wo be gusi yourself no wono enam ye platform so wo di be duru ba bia wo duru omo ba ya omo de fa ready inside na omo hunu say e ho no omo nya bibia mfiri wo no e na omo gu omo ni no omo di wura politics and the politics ni mo no omo hunu say sa your friend say Kwasia David na wo Germany ne betena se a wo start ya wo di wo tumfo atem na wo no so hunu say e ho no akwani di mekini no wo no so di na ni kire wo enti omo wo media ni mo no omo be pesi ka no wo mu nyina fa akonye di omo ye that menye intention
so na dey
ya me ye say me pe baby pa de Ghana si because sankrofo we ni pe bi ti say sa akwa wo ya wo da so we say no unu ye say ye benya ne so be 10 20 wo Ghana die ne be si wo Ghana
Dede bia o ka ba ese ni unkofo na ye ti no boa o nkwa ekon no suma o
asemo nti baby wo de to aso na afa yanko wa hema
e kan sia na say so onim sa ne mane de a na odin to kese fa de nkofo na besides ko to for na kasa o mu fito go so sa no te ni bi na pa
ai tokolini
Minimu GDA. What nas ye can troka krakese TikTok live on so ye we are. Only you. Okay, as a host, no one have access to it. What nas ye can troka kraka we. Say ya na wo kasa. Ya na wo twitwa bi wo betwi bi. En confort say. Na say me woni video bi a wo say. Satema no wo bonyo no wo kikoke nti na wo kasa no wo de nsafa ne hana no. Minim say ya na ebi hye ne mawure mu a. Ya no the father when I to walk as I want when you would walk out. Now what you talk a say, oh, yeah, not the same partner. The same partner what you talk a crackasen. What's that about TikTok said? A man for saying access to it. No one thrown a wood town.
About no sister, I answered in the good power.
Na, girl. Answer correct.
No,
No, sister, what condemn and yes, what the better was what condemn Christian.
Yeah.
The buyer.
Anyway, achievement omo ne omo di beti Christo ni no mo e ka trebi pe no dey achievement.
Oyema me pacha oti yanka.
Unsa na ohunu na guy ne say want the o kana say obe drop no. No like no ohunu na guy no. So want say obe drop no. Want say obe drop no. And because of na guy nim the o kan nti no onya abotre man say o do onya abotre no on drop but once went man drop no. And a guy no prove no. O man had this upon this Etienne say prophet kwase no ye.
Ono
What is any enye ye? What is any enye ye?
papa. Me ta ko no so life as so strong papa.
Me bam chow, mama yenhwe ohema nso ye owoka. Afi yanko tom so.
Meba mucha me chicha mu ina me de ni de ma mu ina.
Ye de so a yenso ye de ni de kese ma.
Sheikh, in fact, me who seriously, na me ni age.
Take one ya. We de ya
Check
de one
nya yiro.
ya.
Mpacho our passport here. Our passport here shake oni anti ye na ye nkeka mbom na me Sankofa be for plane ticket.
I fraud don't no.
Ya be for plane. Enti wa wa ifo sika no be do anu aye no wa de pre.
Unim ni enti a. Because ni enti a me pe na asem ne say yemu bebre nti yente kasa no Arabic no na yen minkan. So no matter what, untumi fanfa na say. That is what makes me like seeing them more.
Sure.
Oh, ma was a chance no cry. Waiting.
Onti ma onsisi no. Share. Okwa platform so no ne nkrofo ni share. Ono nko an nipa be tan ono nko an ewurade. Ono nko an on share. De onim ni ntia onim shake.
Okay. In fact, when I meet here no pa ni din no UT liar. Now why your friend liar? Imagine.
Oh no, edin na me na mde ba your friend UTI Daawah.
Daawah. Because meaning Daawah na liar na
Daawah. Na me ma ye the UTI liar.
Liar. Ayo.
Because when you atro nko an wo ne Daawah wo ye nyina na ya atro.
In fact, my ferry amano.
Seriously. Abraham.
Ma ferry pa edi amano. Me ni mu nienti a Muslims and now say make us a religions for no like omo afa they say you come Muslims for one some omo afa esumo no World Cup sa enkankane ebi before. On a serious note, me wo Asian country right now as we speak. Na
me ba ka obiama enidin no enchiremu. I was say Sankofa na kore ma me amase Sankofa na kore UTI means
urinary trace infection.
Okay, thank you. Waka word me ya mama. Oh, who bet me account na ka ba ma account.
Not say ne be memu junso infection. Ya manfo.
Enti who bet me account na wa me gu me hu ani mu asesa. Na won so ma no ntem.
Mama.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you for the translation.
As we speak.
Next week you be our chairman. Why are there?
Na adeba kwa mehu ewa hane se. Do no me ntimi nkasa bibia na se mekasa mehwe mekasa ye because me ni mia me krom me ni mia me country so.
Okay.
Inti na mekasa me very careful.
Eno kura no ohema me pacho tie me kakra. Sa sam no kura no e ma life nka bio because baby awo no obi ani baby awo say wo kan sa na wo mo be hunu say bia baby bi say na wo na o ma ba be check your profile picture ma be hunu picture na omo de abada kan because omo dim say ye there bia be wa Arab country so and this sam no kura de obi nka biem ye ne wo ka say ye nyina obi anim say bia wo ha na say woni ha why intine enka biem kura na ani wa se mo tia photo picture anya
the profile no so no ko you location through so location why
na my bread there be me nothing any beer I don't know nya me trace with beer.
Okay good enti to aso
na adie
ba me show up any go until no pen no more
ya bo share grandpa obey
Masa ade
grandpa eswana sesha na me nkoreze sia
Because me who be charged no.
Apa is what not to shake you once am I say. Or hear my barber from
Obi abegye free me nsam o.
Obi abedi afru nsam what not to shake once am Obi abedi.
Simple. Sani aye no. Manu money.
Yabaka wase mechi.
Okay, me me side chick. Side chick e ho na ede.
Hey, me ka choose yabotre. Any day na me ka moto. My ba form to the extent say you wouldn't even know say me join a group we A and I say B and I say C because me leader me somo no na me follow no na me de na ye me bibia no wachire me say wo bra wo ho ase a wo beni mo it is mpese me sua ade ekọ enim a e wo say me bra me ho ase so me wo omuntem me wo omumu but my baffled to the extent say these people are able to talk to me. They call me sometimes in secret at workplace and they reveal certain deeper things to me in Islam. And I tell you, my dear people, to the extent say, oh my mama realizes say yeka say in all the Asian countries, so be I declare freedom of worship. I'm telling you, Islam will cry.
I'm
telling you, Islam will cry. They will weep.
100% truth. 100%.
So I'm like, Sankofa we are almost the buy. I bet you be before. Na so no crime, but because of Owona ewo emrepia etai sunenti amuntu member out into omo corners in their rooms ena omo som omo free asumu no mo join Christianity a now how much more e be before amafa no World Cup. Listen, they will never allow their children to get married just the same way prophet they wouldn't. In Islam, say there is no other language, and I say Allah knows no other language apart from Arabic. Allah knows no other religion apart from Islam. Allah knows no other other tribes apart from them. So they don't teach them any other language apart from their own native language. They don't. Joining social media. Joining young chair. Use phones. If you see them with phones, Obeka say bank we are there. Phones they check because they are eager to learn. You see, I'm advanced. They want to know what is ahead, what's going on outside their territory. But look at our black people coming to Mecca, spending all this amount of money. They ask me, are they into blacks for no more back home? Must spend every year, they are must spending this amount of money. Namo babe ye. And I say, namo ye pet. So they know say when they come there, all their sins will be wiped away. What they've been taught is that at the end of the world, someone's background is giving me a feedback. Obi background. Okay. So I'm like, when I'm watching ɛna ɔmo so ɔmo esua ɛna ɔmo ba ɛna ɔmo so ɔmo bɛyɛ den ɔmo bɛyɛ nea ɔmo bɛsum nea mo so mo sum unlike they are like ɛyɛ den na make kisi aboba to the extent say wiase na ewie yɛ ne duru a aboba no na ebegyina na aba testify say aba testify ama wo so oh wait ɛyɛ true ɔba bɛyɛ well into consider no within this month mehu wei ɛwɔ social media say just yesterday mehu baako 42-year-old man worry 6-year-old girl nana mala me nim say akola no oba na abema na ebe ware no oya akola sa under age omudu ho no mo no malam ni say no enya de obehira so ne bufui efri honom efri hia dan nim efri honom ema omo frɛ a police for the chain ekunu no and the parents. So I'm like, oh, it's a way oya mo nkrofo a odi nia mo pani no eye no odi na asem so no eye dan na question me bisa me no eye dan na afa de mo sanso uchi mo mpene enje sa aware no nkom hyeni no yeye adenti na obi ya mo chi no
asem
which means say enibie aba omo hu say enkwala omo ntimi ama enkwala wu dodo na yede omo ma aware sa no omo wu but they don't come out to say it. It's between ekunu no any oba no akwala no nebusua no mo asie na no ano no children are dying but they don't say it. So like me dear say I didn't be before fan the World Cup sir because these people now they are learning English. Ministers, MPs, doctors, whatever, name them. They are calling me. They ask us. Are they me in particular? They ask me. Are they na me black na mete brofosa? I'm like, are you serious? Why do I speak English? Why am I able to speak English? And I'm like, are you serious? Some people see the blacks. Majority they see the blacks moving and yet me fa phone ni ye twa. We are black now we kokeken. Just say what means say from the onset, from the beginning, you brainwash your more to the state. Say apart from them, there is no other human race out there. Omope and omo so like adding maybe before more from the word because these people are repenting. Majority of them have repented, but they are not coming out to say it. Not a baby from the word to the extent said that no be the parents sake of religion. Sake of religion. Like how? Obimbe mo be etre na sa.
Yeah, that's it. Tompe wale. Mr. Tompi. Mr. Tompi. Okay, only believes too.
Yeah.
Epacho yamu akwama.
Epacho menjemo so.
Epacho yiti.
Da wasifa ne dwumadi so a odi nyankopɔ enhyira wo.
Amen.
Me sister baako ka asɛm bi ɛna me ka bi afoa so.
Okay. Epacho yiti wo. I would say what take up. Tompi me pacho ti yankan.
Yes, Sankofa.
Epacho yiti wo. Yamu akwaba.
Okay, mejoso. Now, and then my first time I'm about program is so, but
yeah,
program beyond the why was as so I share that. Yeah, all the time I'm share, but me and Jamin person make some teddy. The reason why medical program yi so ye UT ada wa mfoni na da wichi no enu nti na epia me mama ba onu UT ada wa no before no me tata na sa me ne no oni alidu
Yeah, me kai
no
pa. Tompi me
back
kai
then no
pa me kai.
ade na me de ye no se kwa me frɛ omo for me phone se me frɛ omo be for me phone pa de
Me
lie
kai pra se. Me kai
mhm
pra se no wo mo life. Na wo mo credit sa wo sa send wo mo sika so nkoto
oh
kai. O me
yeah
kai pa.
afis mu nyina
Me kai pa.
afis mu nyina yes because na me presse wo mo kam nkwasiasam no ehu na yete wo mo nkwasiasam nti na me ye wo mo saa no ba se no baby aya bebedu ni de se wo mo ho ada ho obi ehu se osom na ye nkwasiasom osom no nyansa ba kokura eni osom no mu nyansa ba kokura nim na sa onu UTI ada wo no hwe Sankofa se te se de wo kan di na wo de man no UTI liar no odi atroche obi owa asase so UTI Daawah odi atroche obi owa asase ba uko kan na nkramofo no abebe gina ho na wo mo but ehu se yefo ni na to nchen ho na san commission ni we no akoda na okoware ni 6 na okodi ni 9 years no uko kan na wo se wo se de ankra wo se sa time no norm of the day na me maybe say almost say norm of the day kwa na mun try me sa time apart from commissioning no apart from no commissioning no obi different na ono so ko wari akwada we di 6 norm of the day ma ti ase one person mo say sa time na ya de a amanfo ade a wo ho na me say okay apart from commissioning no ye bi no mun try me obi so oye bi a obi a ni ho obia ne wa mutumi ekire no se we su bi we bi but me mama asem ne yetenten Sankofa me mama asem ne yetenten but osomne de mesra mo eye Kristo sumo eye nkramo sumo ni hina enye papa eye Kristo sumo ni nkramo sumo ni hina enye papa menim se wo ma omugusu ebi mi Kristofo de but yanka Kristo asem ti wo mu fi so ma afọ mo edi ba Kristo sumu so kwampo ya kase yakosa
yɛmfa yɛn ho adi o yɛmfa yɛn ho adi nti wo bibi ka utimi ka yɛn de yɛnsuro yɛn de wo bibi ka free yɛn yɛ mɛhyɛ yɛ beku deɛ wo akoma mu timi ka
onya sa na meka onya sa nye kuma asam na meka o ba Kristo sumu aso so enya no kore tie Kristo sumu enya no kore ya tro sam nko a me bo me ankasa wate sa keka o nti sa wo me ka che o se Jesus on ba asase so da wo begye di sa me make it also Jesus on ba asase da obegede anya madwen che
Tompi
me ba upa kasa upa bisabsa de ntina me kasa sa na mpesa uka bisabsa ade ntina me kasa
Tompi ntam kam be bisa sa ade ntina ukasa e bia o evidence bia che se wamba
grandpa jano kasa
okay tio asamba ko pe me ngina so edoso baba ko pe na me be yusu munye sincere as one me can munye sincere and honest to yourself asasi so ayati when obi a wa be wiase mu a yawo na ba asasi so a onni papa da yes or no obi enhu bi da na obi hu bi da so ono no ma me nko agina ho na e ba beto ni yem na wanyem no na yes na wawo no ebi esi da na ebi si da
they all can no correct in human thinking.
No, human thinking. Human thinking. No, human thinking. Nature.
Okay.
Oh no, we can. Person much them we na me trust. No, we Sankofa we
Sankofa yen na no ne yen kwa asem no so Tompi. They all can no ya ba human logic meba. Ya ba human logic ma. Ene de enye logic. So Tompi me bisa o wakoma eda wo yem no machine bia nso ade internet me pompe
good
asema woke dia menti ase makoma ede me ede na pompe ede na makoma pompe
so battery show me bisa o nti ede na moja pompe o don sa nti ade nti na wakoma etime pompe moja
no because akoma no wo design no say empompe moja
why ne design nature na design
nature
why na de nature ne ba ye nature
nature
meba
nature
oh dada cash nya bote
Mobile common
no nature no na by itself nature no by itself that man can just nature be the creating nature
wo life na
by itself
Tombi
say yeah
life that is our topic na ba
na topic na best but me dem person me chene say you ti Daawah no so say normal ono seniba was 6 years or dem ma so obaba no was 6 years or dem ma ware
osi obeye we jimi oyekwase
na na ka so ori nkola ozongo ho na ka so ori nkola ozongo ho
dem ma ware
wono kura
na ka so ori nkola ozongo ho
na yi no oh
ono kura ori UT Daawah ori nkola ozongo ho
ne deni ye dempo alo
Sankofa Mr. Mia can dey be 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
oh timika
kasa 1 minute na yen kwa alo so
Ye nuanom na omo yese an ye Christopher e wo panel na so no. Se Sankofa ye about Christianity and care mahana. E a omo njai sa asem ne ka. Obi a wo ba bia na enije se okoko di ne dwuma. Me se me wo obi a life so na se me hu se Sankofa aba life a emfa ho ni nipa we. Me jai na maba ahase. Is because of aha to me express ye ho. Se ba Christianity enne se Sankofa jai na so ka so be Christo so ma still we will still come because ye ba si ba be sua
na me ba be preach about me ba be preach about Christianity na me be preach Christianity about kingdom de akọ Christianity mo me condemn Christianity me mo Islam so me pese na me be condemn Christianity anya Christopher na sa akọ join Islam hey
now I say it's like that is a year someone amoka and I Christopher na say Sankofa we are telling you today say na Sankofa join so ka say obe start aka Christo so mo asema me first na me join Abraham pa but e bedru baby na edidi atem ne do so na ma mi jai so ati ase enti ne say ne ya say Sankofa join so obe Daniel so mo still now you will still come enti sa asem ne de mo bam ya mamonka. We love Sankofa, what he is doing, or be any penny.
Okay, alo fuse. Onye ready. Okay, why ready? Yeah, boko there.
Boko yami adom. Yankopon sha na odwuma wudi.
Amen.
Sankofa me pesa mi bisa se ye na nanom tama na legend emba ye no na ye na nanom omunim nyame ana
Omunim nyame kura che tama legend ba ye no
ye na omosa de ne gugu akwam kura ma mpiriwa yinsen ni enioma bone kulampo omo nye wo society nim nanso religion eba ye look at what is happening now Sankofa
na religion o ti asesen
Mamba choma minkasa.
Masa, grandpa, mani making a comment. Now per topic changing no. Awo wana.
Mate.
Our religion.
Kase, yana nanom no. Yana nanom so no so religion. A more traditional religion.
Bacho minkasa. Bacho na ye na nanom no muni nyoma omudugu akwema. Sa empire wenyin seni nyoma bone wo society ni munu na entiso ana
Satan na respect doso na koro no bon no so sa na mani nyina na hweda no so bere dey no abuso oni na ye mfa nhwe hwan
o ye me point anu no wa me das Yankopon nhia opa
allo maka point ni nyina de wo tirim ni nyina maka why
Bacho.
Moderators na mo woso no. Me pam chaw. Sa hu say no na ni ko asa mo peke no. Because no radio ya ne platform so na ya metan. Enu ti na wa better say pick me na me pese me peke no.
Me so.
Thank you. Moderator, thanks for removing him. Me pese me mu omu yes platform no so oba so a. Me ye host. Me right say me can dia was me can me na me tell said you. Yeah, my question is question, no.
Ultimate man now me command me host to now me host to program. Abdul me pacha yetio.
If I told me, the woman 1 minute per why 1 minute.
Me pacha material ma 1 minute. Okay. Me pacha Obi wa comment bi obetumi ameki why na yem fan try Abdul. Why? Me so me kopen su anum su kwamo dem.
Wọ́n fẹ́ di nsu ano. Yẹn nyinaa yẹ gyinam.
Ensu kwamo dem.
Nsukɔmɛ abɔto esi nkyɛn o de wifi fɛfɛɛfɛ wifi na ɔmfɛ nsu mbrɛw. Nkɔla ne nyɛ obi ahofie.
Wifi ni o wifi ɛkɔ.
Wo prophet kakraka say wuntimi nkomande mansu ma obi timi tena se nkomande ma shu besha no
shu antoa wono woti nsuom se me hia na kura de se me kono ho wate te be ka antoa se wo mre mi nsu ametia ne nsu ko boko wate
Me come
Hey, obi akomande ma mpaboa behye no me de mpo se yesi Moses dware na Moses dwa na Moses ne pants so ne pioto se ebo no ko wia Moses ntom atade ya asemo na de atade na Moses de no to ho ode na to ho na hwe nyina nam Israel krom ada ya abo awia na atade
Yasuma ubenya 72 virgins. Ewo heaven. Yasuma ubenya 72 virgins. Ewo heaven. We na ni badi.
Na me de baako pesa ya me de say na o say no akwane so no nam ona say wo hadith mo no nam no hu say ende o me group to mbabo ade baako ade oba Adaya. Apa is meeting. Apa is meeting.
Sorry.
If I'm out
to Boba. Meba Abdo meba. Me kama se wi anu asoso. Ni ya say ototo omototo and dey no.
Yes. Ensu come na dem wan pa chaw.
Yo me hu pa. Unsu e de nani ya say ensefu ba de nya hwe be fa ni sa. Nti akwana to esa akwana toto boba ndo no toto boba ba ade baako
me di twam keka wo no
no ya say akwekojo no obisa ndo ne say de asem omo say ade baako omo say ade oba no akobo adwama ntina ndo no toto ba ya wo mbesi nne me hu say ade bi atobo ba abo ne nyanko de ya kobisa ne say wakobo adwaman ana kraman me ana sa time no Moses time na ndo ne mo no me different ana say the time
no odia wo esra no ensem na wo no odia won tere esumuni mu na nipa timi da 300 years 300 years but alarm wo mo die 300 years Abdul me pacha
Abdul pacha timikasa
Yo, me that's me pacho me pacho good evening.
Good evening.
That was so you knew Abdul.
Hey.
Then for pacho me tell me na me who say ye dey me mala ma ho. Na me nim the reason why ntia me nim the echo. Ana me say ma me furu na me musa. What is going on? Why did you ana?
Ya say Muhammad commande ma mpaboa nante ya behye ne nan otimi tira na mpaboa nante ya behye ne nan
okay and then na mo
nti odwen ho sen nti what is the seven mbrofunu pomba ede na kire se mpaboa wa commande mpaboa ede na kire se utimi commande mpaboa ma mpaboa behye nan
se onin so a asasi bie na so ne asasi bie na tiefina ko inside na akata
nti abdo nti on ne no obi so twero ogyina ho na ohwe ne no se Muhammad ane nti onne no atwero Muhammad ne toilet and the asasi open and the toilet went inside but no be gyina ho na ohwe twero ana ono ne wie no mom na obeka kire se wane na asasi ne bi ma tokro bino ako ana
me pacha facha me Abdul menya ko tina mteko
Okay.
na ubusa question na
Na me busa
oh
say
Abdul oh ni ende ne
me
wi ano
malam me pacho o ma me nkasa kaka wada me pacho me
okay
twom na
kase
me hu say ye de me malam aboho na me
o
nim de
mala no
waye.
oh I see
Oh, me big malam was I me brother.
oh okay
oh
Yeah.
nyame nshira why are there
Inti
Nti
question
me
be na ubisa
oh me nim de air so wo me nim de air
okay
but me
inti
hu nim
unim
fo
say
no.
o malam no a unim say wa yetrofo
I don't know. Yes,
okay
okay.
okay video na wo ye na picture na da ho no ye wi akọ me page wo na kokore sa
Okay.
woni pa ya wo da ho no wo say
Mhm.
abira okomsheni ne yere Fatima wuye no
Sallallahu alaihi
komsheni tina
wasallam.
si 2 years na obe
Okay.
onfa ne wonka obe biada na Aisha mpokura no a wono no eware no after Khadija no eye mebi mpo ene kose Aisha pe na omo ware no de ne ma komsheni eye no kore
Okay. Oche no wane num na oche sasa mu yi.
o mala mo no wa oda odo
enyo
o
mala
mala
nenu
mo
na
no
hwan picture na dey chire na question be na obisa say hwan nenu asem na yeti we nyina ya asem
o mala
Oh,
na
some
oda
the
odo na ni mu asem why
okay. Nti enu ho asem na mu ken.
yeah, you are your true for the better to the actress. Why you true for?
Aso. Okay. That's edidi atem mo need na atem. Why?
Oh, Massa,
Obia ti
who was
so
that?
obi
Yeah, you didn't attempt.
sɛ obi ewi
ebacho
adeɛ a sɛ
Abdul
obi
asam na
ewi adeɛ
okan
a
no
yɛfrɛ no krɔmfoɔ anaasɛ yɛmfrɛ no krɔmfoɔ
asa bibia research say ni bi na ba.
mesi sɛ obi
Ya
ewi adeɛ a wobɛfrɛ no sɛ fama na
obia wi adia wo say o ye konfo.
simple nti sɛ wo malam no nti wo ewi sɛ wo ba yɛ watumi anya malam bi asɛ woti dawa sɛ akwawe a ɔte wɔ yi
Oh,
na
Abdul,
wo kura asɛm bɛ
you,
korɛ
you tear that way, oh, madam.
Where me
Maybe a
malam
woman.
where malam was I my brother. What I say?
okay
Many
nti the okan no
a
okay
woman,
nti the
papa.
okan no sankofa nya abotre the okan no prove say asem okan na ne kure my
There was
improve
kind of dear. In fact, me chill free and doing to me that say no cry and I say no cry.
And
What
the
I say?
mama won't tear.
nti opa cha say na egua ye jimi ana say ye to an
Me
ya
pass
kofo obi
me
picture
pass
beto aka
me on say in some more hot
Ambassador. Yeah, mama won't
me
tear
pass
now.
okay me pass one me
Okay.
one more me why?
What the ampacha? Oh,
ya asem yo yate
what the mommy say? Sankofa video. No, me bomb no why.
because the way Abdul can I said ye yes that turn ya kofo obi picture ni ye create sama shana no ase enkwala bi
You did that one. I saw a Daawah someone. I said, "What the fake account 80 or program no so also, but the
I
fake
mean
account that was
also
OT also
ah
if you
obeti so obi aka che no obi aka che
online
nti obeti
also."
kwate Muhammad the
Ampacha
toilet
here
na
radio.
ni bini na one na join na record this asem no nti
Me
one
pass
na ka
Ampacha.
nsuafo su gine ti ehwe
me
Ampacha
pass
mama.
commission me pass
Mama
commission mo
UTI
boni din
liar.
aya
This
mo fa
student they
respect
won't take us.
You
on
want
say
the
Ghana.
UTI
also
liar
commission ye
student.
boni dia ye den
you want the
It
Me
was
pass
ye
mo
enabling
den
you
boni din a
to say,
mo boni
Me
din aya
Kasa
mo
pacha.
fa
ukonche,
respect.
na ye
Oh,
komsheni,
me
kasa
pacha.
ukonche.
Mama UTI liar. Ne student no NTA ni teacher ne commenter who make ne pacha why? Oh. There been a video. They na one nyane. Okay.
That is the reason why at that time Aisha radiallahu anha even fought at Battle of Badr.
Me pacha so one na kasa me boa.
Me pass one na kasa.
Okay. Entity you know.
She
Okay.
also fought at Uhud. You understand? So this is to prove she was matured even enough to go to battle at age 9 at that time. And I gave scenario of a professor called Professor Ben Bullock, who said women at age 7 were married, and it was accepted, and it was not wrong in the 12th century at age 7. And I continue to say, if someone can marry at age 9, at the 7th century, and if someone can marry at age 7 in in the 12th century, then if someone marries 9 years girl at 7th century, there should be nothing wrong with that. Now coming to the Abu Bakr issue. It was Abu Bakr. It was a lady who went to Abu Bakr to say, your daughter, you want to give your daughter to the prophet to marry. She is matured. And Abu Bakr, out of his will, accepted. It is not a prophet who requested to marry her. It wasn't the prophet who requested to marry her. It was the women over there who sat down and see that the prophet was single, his wife is dead, and he's been single for 2 years. So let's look for a lady who is nice and give it to her. And they married a lady to her. The grammar is Baker, lady. Baker, not Bintun. Bintun is a child, but a Baker.
Me pacho, sa sama me kind, what you free no?
Me pacho Matilda Okan.
Okay, enti you as a Muslim no. Eh na kure say Khadija wu ya no, Muhammad was transit 2 years.
I'm say Eddie Kain machia etiefo na mutie e wo platform we.
Ya Joso akwaba ya Joso.
Ani omo mutie.
Aye ya
But
Joso.
on say me pacho we are researching ohu asem ne say.
Me pacho wo as a Muslim. Me bisa wo opinion say wo no to you no. Muhammad ewu ye no. Eye me so me say Muhammad. I Khadija ewu ye no. Muhammad tenasi 2 years wamfa oba bia ena ema bi hu se da bi mo komhwe ne watenasi ya che onfa oba bia nti yenkọ ware mfa ma no wo ase Muslim no wo gitum se eye sa nete
Me da mi gitum.
Okay enti Khadija wu ye no why after Khadija no why na komhwe Muhammad edi ka ware ne first ne yin you know.
Me pacho asem na o kan no e dey mistake pa na wo mu a wo say
bibisa wo opinion say bibisa wo opinion after Khadija no when na be ye commissioner Muhammad eyere after Khadija when the
me pacho say na yere mu de o mu doso
and I say after Khadija when the di kai be ye na yere who was the first wife of Muhammad after Khadija
sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay.
Okay, Muhammad all the respect us.
Bema. Samo sana holi.
Annabi Muhammad.
Me pacho
Annabi Muhammad.
Salam men kam. Me bisa
Annabi Muhammad.
After say yeah.
Annabi
Muhammad. Ne yiri Khadija wu ya no.
Ale wa bre sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Annabi Muhammad.
Me pacho mitio.
Why me say after Khadija wu ya no? Why the be your first wife of Muhammad? Was it Aisha?
Me pacho Aisha na walk. Aisha na the second wife.
Obua. Anta ya tro 40 say enti say enti
me pacho didn't know wait me prove me wrong.
Me pacho after say Khadija wu ye no eye ne yire no your friend Sawada was one when you know if I'm not mistaken.
So that
ni didn't want me more
yes. Okay, entity na me nkyere wade ye why na what about
Sauda
what about to say we shake no anti gina what about to teacher na me nkyere wade wono na wodi ka ware no ansana Aisha kura eba okay enti se wokase Muhammad tenasi 2 years na onfa obebia ena ema bi kwa ware na de ma no a wodi atro number 2 enye ema bia ena kwa ware Aisha edene ma Muhammad eye Muhammad no a ena ko Abubakar a woye Aisha papa hoko ka chense wonfa ne ba ne ware ye wo hadisa Mohammed say Allah ede Aisha picture be kire no e wodayem se ne yere no at the age of 6 in the yere no enti na Allah kure pushi ni say won kodi no at the age of 6 years no enti
Oh,
enye mba bi na kope ne ma no why
ende na enye no kure 6 years asem na wo kan de enye no kure enye kremoni bia na eji sa de ntum
What pompa wo.
enye kremoni ba
What
enye
pompa
kremoni bia na eji sa
enti wujidi ana wunjindi
me njindi me a me no kase ni me
umalam si we dinu
umalam tese umalam enti umalam that's a umalam no kra na wudi na ti no wona na nya adwene because umalam na confirm
listen nkromosem na wo kan yi o
umalam na confirm
sa 6 years na ye kan no kra no me ankasa me ye kremoni me nji sa no mani ni ma me chew the reason why titifo no omo no mo bi wo ho no mo a ya mo ye say ye wo obi a otimi ka say when you am ware
yes no kra na wonuru because Islamic calendar na enuru 12 months enti na enti tatam no na enuru 12 months enti yes na wanya wodi Aisha at the age of say 4-5 years kra no wodi
na wo da bi da enya no kure na 6 years wo be de na woni obada 6 years after
enti say wo na yentie anase Aisha na yentie no
we bisa hadith ne
hadith anase yentie o
ama me se nya hadith bia na ye no kure ana me bo nya hadith bia na ye no kure
basa hadith no o masa
ya me ba hadith ya o ba ka te
ntumi nka se nya no kure
de na ye no kure
and I'm say enya
logic nye akwala 6 years wo be de na wotimi aware no
but some prophet na ye yo
na wona me ka say sa hadith na ye ka no enye kromoni bia na
ane krama kwanse buni akra ya wono foforo
o da be nyama
kwanse di akra ya wono foforo na de
Quran verse be na Musa de no Quran kire me verse a wo Musa ade na wo kan kire me sa verse no
na wo ankasa Quran enye won wa se wo si yuti adawa eye wo shake
oh there be me say Quran say wo say Quran verse bi wo ho no ma ye say
okay
ana me say kire me sa verse
ukuta Quran ho
me pa cho mo edwum sisi a me no kase
okay and ye ukofi akokan Quran sura 4 ayat number 24 why
e wo mo
okay kan ya obe hunu wa hunu a wa hunu no abeka chem se wa hunu why
mate that's it
Abdul utiminka
6 years asem na mo kan di
Abdul utiminka Abdul
me to nka pan
me say so oba wa me say so oba wa menstruate a obetumi aware obetumi agyan no
so oba ye den ya
so onya menstruation a obetumi aware no ana obetumi agyan no
ada na wonti mi ware no
nti akwala o menstruate obetumi aware no
me bo titifo omo no mo bi wo ho ma me ka
se wo akwala
ye man Ghana
me say se oba wo menstruate a obetumi aware na ama obi ana
me pa cho ti say sister we
answer me question me say se wo baba na se wo menstruate a obetumi aware na ama sankofa ana
make me de me saba beto no so say wonyini ameware no
me say obetumi aware na ama obi ana
mintimi ware ni mani nyeyi
enyeyi on
me pa cho ai
okay Quran say obetumi ada aware no ada verse no
there be una wan tiase
mantia say de chana say
mpenifo
Quran verse me ka sa so what mintia say we see mintia say me see Quran verse me ka
sa mame ma wan say ana
mame answer
say kura wo di no am say wo say you flow shake right
mame answer
shake mpenifo wo bibi wo no mo a say obi wo akwala say 1 year from 1 year going to 6 years to 9 years met me de minsa abeto akwala no so say wenini a meware no yen kromofo ye wo saa de no wo ho no what
Okay.
does it
Inti
bet
say
eno no nche say ma ware no
inti
bet
sa
me na me
kokra
take
o
ni
50 years
bibia
sa kokra o 50 years obetumi ejene nsatu no so say obeware no na.
say akokora wo 50 years na 50 years de o de akwala e ma 50 years
Na say Muhammad oware Aisha no 50 plus.
54 years old.
Yeah, say anytime I see 50
52 years
plus
no
no.
kosi na siwa.
50 plus.
No,
chairman
51 years. 51
Mr.
years no
Abro,
kosi na siwa. And what 3 years age of 54. And
nti
what
they
kosi
say
9 years.
Mr. Abro,
sankofa they say what ye di de me kan no e sa na ti ana say nye sa na ti
Mr.
There
Abro,
be
Now
anyasa.
wo you tear that was student wo no
Now
kure
na
wo
na
no.
wo mala nkura wa
You tear
trofo
that
na
was
wo.
student there wo no kure be na
nti
wo.
komishani wan ware akwala 6 years what in the sa na
Oware
to ne so
oware
And I
no.
say wo no you tear that was student no kure be na wo no.
Umala
oh
nkura wa se
de
we no at the
oh
age
yeah
of 9.
oh de enya no kure
Enye no kura ate wa
nti
that's
sankofa
yes.
me da se wa fa me why
Yeah,
Yate.
that's yeah.
na mi shira mo
Obi a
Akwasi me
wo
pa
teacher
che.
ye oye trofo de wa sem ye de bedi.
Bye. Akwasi
Sankofa mecha mo pa.
ye je so a.
Me da me Christopher no na me be gina omo so.
Me
Mecha.
pa che any obeba next time why?
Oh, me the quotation verse be mano.
There be say na
Grandpa o
de
kasa too much.
Yam
ma
pese be
Christopher.
Sankofa da
Ma
mesra
Christopher.
ma menka
Ye
na
Yam
Christopher
pese
ye
be
cover
all
be
the time
pese.
ọba
Christopher
sẹ
ya
ya na
Abraham
ọkọ
dia
yẹ
masa yempe
ọba no aba
Christopher
abẹdi
me jama
atẹm
me
saa
boss.
na ọkọ
Abraham many ya would ejuma wo so
Me ja
awosi
Christo so na
bambo.
me boss. Me boss ne ne
Anyone
ba panyini no. Abraham ne
anyone
Yahuda. Ena me ma fan kremofo na simi na no.
simple and short.
Ba mu she. O mi tu hu na duru so. Oh. Me pa che tie wa. Mesra mo a ya na mo kan Arabic because translation.
Also the confusion ever. Yeah, go Arabic ni yede. Na Arabic ni obi a na ti anka omo na
Yeah,
nanu
no,
na omo ti Arabic.
Sheikh Waha, Sheikh Waha, why?
Islam tie. Ade no ko kan the original Arabic. Wo
Na
kan Arabic na na bet.
na
Men ko kan translation.
there be Arabic no say kaya say be translate am ana.
Nti mun kan Arabic na
Na
ma
say
che. Ma
kai
mo
na say
beta.
translate ma wo any ne omo translate say they are the same thing. I say
Boss
very clear.
yati asio Arabic word na wo use ye no. Wasi bintu ene bekara. Sheikh is actually Muhammad. Yes, Arabic word be me dey ye. People be bekara so batambe. What give you dia that was it. Bintu
Eya ushia wadanfu yuti da wana wabisano wa ko Abraham. Ushia wadanfu.
o se se ankremofo ni nyine so ma ta akwa no di so mai. Onye o. O se so mu nyine wo se odidi atem. Mo so de akọ Sheikh fo no so. So wo.
Oni nyanta.
Ọno wo nya adwen a hwɛ yɛwɔ sheikfo a yɛti ɔmo wone ne nya adwen kora wobɛtie no because ɔde ɔdwo ne ahobrɛaseɛ ɛna there are some sheiks they teach as student o teach te sɛ obi a afei na ɔresua adeɛ ba UTI Daawah wobɛfi sɛ gyama sahabafoɔ no ɔka ho wobɛfi sɛ nkɔmhyɛni nam no na ɔno kora na wokuta nkɔmhyɛni ɛyi ɛbaag ma
Na wo books egu nechi. Hwɛ books na egu nechi no. Hwɛ books na egu nechi no.
Asọ mi kan wewo hwɛ UTI Daawah hwɛ ɔdɔn kɔmhyɛni ɛkyɛn obia arabfoɔ nyinaa hwɛ mi na mi ka mi kyerɛ wo UTI Daawah I tell you ɔno sɛ obetwa ntorɔ na ne maame ne ne papa awu
na Islam enyankwa obeye. Me na meka me kira.
Obeye.
UTI Daawah.
Obeye.
Mami Grace be say UTI Daawah. Akwa we. Je. Many akwa we ye di be hwe.
Boss me friend UTI Daawah.
Je. Me di ko hwe. O twantro hwe. O se talut enye sol. Hwe. Me be fie mi suyi. Hwe. Mi suyi.
Obesu. Yeah, it's the great suye na wo. Yeah, it's the ATM kura boss yesuye. Yesuye. Say hey. Enti no profile kwa yi di number bi say.
Mesuna be kumi o.
Oh, Ali.
Ono otwatro dididi o. Common sense. Ono otwavram. Avram. Ono otwatro dididi. Because we start kind of growing yeska.
UTI Daawah. Okay, let's protection cover my business. On the kasana o chant. Biye crash me.
Ba Avram wankasa me blame so much. Because na u pampa sa u Daawah any in crofo ekura de me sometimes me ju bra me ntiase.
Sometimes no man pampa no anko bia be o kan no kre nti ye de no sa na ye psychological game. Nipa ni twantro wo be de no we twantro ne more.
Ene wo abutre pa wo abutre.
Ana me ni abutre social media
shake do ni abutre.
Social media they training me o. Me makoma nye. Ba me ba social media no wo. Me nya nipa ho abutre. Hwe wo betumi agimi 10 years me ye di. Enye yizo UTI Daawah de me krokro no. Me krokro guy ne papa. Eno di be nya followers. Na no abeye de afi ona na wadane the mouthpiece of Muslims in Ghana UTI Daawah. Esa se wa be debate.
Anya ngro.
Onim se
me de mesre pa ne the mix spoke.
Boss. Me ba grandpa. Onim se boss. Una wamba UTI Daawah agidi wo krom ha wo. Abraham na ma UTI we agidi wo.
Ona se na obi anim no. Avram.
Seriously. Abraham na man din o.
Yes sir, otumi didi Abraham atemsa betumi hwe video sam si Abraham power abutre. You see ye don't yeah easy.
Efa shake side and kobeti.
Me ko tu hadisa no akwa professor bi book say professor bi say.
Me say do we see professor say kura no di no kura won tia.
Abozo so for
Professor say. Hey, ade.
Oh, that. Which other? 72 virgins no benya we 144 virgins o benya 144.
Ono ye beche emanimon ye beche mu treni ama na emu mienu. Ye chama emanimon nyina beche mu treni ama mu mienu. Akwane ono timi twantro ma ne network no kure freeze MTN for share that timi freeze ne network. Ntonda no ehye.
Enti me pese me bisa o. Enti sa 72 virgins no. Ala ne na promise you almost sama.
Ewa.
Mama afa na wo ba na. Wonte ye.
Debi enyamia na woneme.
Wenya mami ama we wa hima ba.
Nya mami ama. We hima o bacho.
Wow. Oh,
wait a minute, me no na share first. Me first time me no we share was me intend.
Avram Pacho, we dey me yen hwehwani mo we dey shake dia. Ye dey ama shake. We mami ama ye dia we dey ama shake.
Me Pacho question ni busa question no na mani mo ema.
Mami bisa question
Let me bisa say 72 virgins no. Ala ne I promise you almost just to win them more to himself. And now say, Ayabusremu kebi na
we dey ma Avram nyano.
Be ma bia petenti be ma dia wo de treasure ne body a What fan a con hokura or the bewo?
Let me say, Abraham, Adia Mohammed, Edia Zaid, no, Ebina Abraham, said, Yamino. Abraham, Mr.
Ya ne yere sheki cheche mu kyerɛ wo yere ɔpɛ sɛ ɔte ase ade ntina 72 ansa na common sense abem sheki cheche mu
70 manti question no manti question here
ɔse Mohammed nankasa na ɔbɔ ne tirim aka na sɛ
just to win them to himself and I say
maybe Allah na show mo bosa
Ohime mame bere mukata Ema na Quran e kan mo ho asem no Quran si wo mo ye transparent o
okay
enti
omoto ba ku nso omoto ba ku ye 1 mile omoto ba ku ye 1 mile
tonga na wo mu ko ye transparent tonga enti imagine say oba woni oba to no oba ye transparent enti odidi kura ne nam na yam kura wuhunu wo ko ja ne na ya afode ne se sane aba ne tokora na ohu se sane aba
Sankofa na sama no ye ma omo be free asase so na akwa na so mo they are already made in heaven.
There be omo ye ma Allah na create omo already wo heaven ho.
There be
omo ma hakrada.
There be me dey wa create wo e wo heaven wo e na 70 no aka no. Omo they will import them from the hellfire. And ma on be call hellfire no. Allah be import 270 e dey akọ heaven amakremo for. But 2 they are there already waiting for them.
And I say
okay,
yeah.
There be not just earthly imma na ebe call human beings no.
Yeah.
Ebe call hellfire no.
Yeah.
No obey.
Okay. Obe import no I on surgery. No my to say no more heavy no pepe.
See obey import.
Yeah.
Export your more import.
Sorry, export.
Your friend say Muslims and man no, but we are oba now we Muslim heaven won't come home. Because we be ka for bon sam gem na ala ko chemba no na yere no no wa create wo mu tutu no de ama wo mo. Na say wa ba be yi wo di wa firi bon sam gem wa ko wa be bolo wo firi bon sam gem de wa ko soso
that time ne eja na hyewa kama.
Because also obema ba ko bia mema mako 100 anwo de na wo di be di ma no.
Okay, inti enumu na semeti ase a ala no bekwa kofa a Christopher odi a Christopher papa omo papa ye be exchange omo bone no just for them to come out from the fire.
Yeah.
Eno kra no. Yeah, eno kra no.
Bisa asem wa ha o. Minya Muslim bi wo platform we so anka me bisa no sa question we. Kaminya Muslim nimbi pa enka bisa no.
Mame hadi. Ode mame.
Eso benye bia.
Ubisa on be threat you. They will begin to threaten you.
Omo ma send the question what you what say Muslim bia o. But what dey to aso.
Brother Sankofa, mami nsi na petra mo ne bi fa no na on be yi anu ma no why.
Bemena.
Yeah.
Me pa chana wo kasa wo say.
O se o pese o sina na factory money bi ba so.
Ceremony bia ni so, ceremony bia ansa.
Okay.
Na me ka say me network ni nye.
Yete wonka pa Abraham efiri mu nti no o de obetimi awo so.
Mr. Abraham kra ni onu so bad network. Ntemi so we see for.
Ayo kasa en so since obetimi awo so why Abraham
enti oba de tie nyina ne say Muhammad nan kasa no ohu na ope mema na wode wo mo awini edi ade na hinie na wo pe no enti na hinie na wo pe no de oye ne say jege welcome, thanks for the gift de oye ne say wode ema eja pade e na hye mema ne bo enti omo anu woni wo nam no kora no na wa wade bia ye fe ne muta marriage no ne say ye ko baby na
Sex
baby
for
ya
rent.
koduro.
Sex for rent no.
Yes, ya ko baby na baby ya koduro no. Wo kodo sebi ndo kwa nya sebe nya de etan ne mato sebi. Wo kodo se wo bedi wo ba. Wo be pia abontene oba bia wo be hia no na wona na keka. Se 2 days 3 days na betimi atua oba ne ka ne wo tua ne ka.
3 days.
Aha. Na wo tua ne ka, wo tua ne ka na wona na da for sa 3 days no. Wo wi na wo jai no. Enti sa akonya ne be wo ho de man kremofo. Oh. Ena ala asama omo kwan se omo kọ akon a wo mun kunkum mema e ma ne de omu nyai wo mo omu jai wo mo omo ba omo meche ma no na omo mfa wo mo se slaves
Malakatu aimanu kuno no.
wo no enti na wo mo nso so no asa akonya ne be da ho ena impiu heaven ho no a wo mo kro no ye kwa akomo wo mo sa ake no amu wo mo akodi enti omo se obetimi an okwa heaven ho no wo makoho na wo no no mo edi utu obenam wie ti se plane o lande ya esansa wo mema mako 100 aho odenti o ba no kwoti na gina so na wa lande wo ba so na ewura mu hron sa no a na wa hyase ebu pa
Sankofa impiwa ukai de impiwa ukai de say Italian Italian
ya semo Sankofa
enti we nyina you ada wan onim we nyina na oda so tikre won ho
ono no o de penny sika o masa when you should not be a combede no masa
just say hu kwa na was aso mo yom
me share interview be in Dra.
Nkremosom de ense
Omo interview one Muslim man be and omo ka about 72 virgins, you know. And no or say no more ka about heaven. Nti host no ka say say a Christopher no call heaven a omo gidie ne say omo ne abofo ebeye baako na omo ina asom nyame ewo osra hime mu ho nti omo adwuma ne say they are going to worship God, they are going to do as the angels are doing in heaven. And man ne say eno nko and I'll say and I'll say no it looks so boring. And I'll say how? And I'll say in Islam no omo de ne say well omo heaven no alcohol ubenom ubedidi just say ubeye way upe everything ubedi you have fun everything is going to be enjoyable over there. And the host was like, are you serious? No say more into heaven now into your honor bisa say into esno Christopher heaven and omunya men esno yeso ye de no say set sa de anya yes sa na say esno bia enene de. So we Emma me who say truly Allah Mr. Fred okay enti na me bisa say me question ananka me bisa ne say me pa chomuntu Muslims for no more form na omo mbasro no. One day I know say obi baba sro na we be yi ami a Christopher and yes, I mean the Christians say Christos suma na say we be mu bi but make yeah we analysis be what has say. A Christopher say Yankopon ashebo say ye call osra hime ma ye ni abofo ina be ye pe ye be worship no ye be ye say ye omo qualified to be with him. Papa ye omo aye pardon omo ni ade na you will be there. Na Allah say Muslims for ina befa ojem ansana mwaba osra hime nasa na mobeba no mobefa a Christopher obeba beji a Christopher omo papa ye no in exchange of your sins or now for your sins for you to come up. Not just say Muslim diara. Every day they always tell Christians, that is what they always tell the Christians. I
Me say Allah
because
krabe ko bon
exchange.
semje. Allah be ko bon semje.
Inti shadio. Allah ti baby. The I am that I am. Inti baby. I trade ampon. And so ete na hingwa so. Allah will go to Otredi Ampon ho. Na wakoka kire ne say Otredi Ampon sisi ano bibiesi wiase na wie ye ne na ba yehu omo wo bonsam je ne omo wo soro. According to me no ni amaka ne say sisi ano wo de maba omo qualify ba osra hime mu no me beje omo papa ye no na medi akwa koyi me nkrofo na esanse omu nyina ba akompo emeki so omu nyina omu gumiti medi koyi omu aba esanse me wo eniama papa bi ede mo omu ewo me nchen na nyankopon ejai wa handle ne nkrofo no eye e Christopher mutumi dru ne nchen wa handle omu de ama ala na ala de omu aba be gujenim na wasesa ne nkrofo ina de akwa koduku ono so ne heaven honum. Which means that Christo need be making up there. Allah Nyankopon side me empty. I can't about phone kwa. And Allah hormono. Ne Muslims for ni na ba be drew hormone. Okay. Yeah the 72. Yeah the way ni na edi aba. Mu ina mu enjoy. Nyankopon aba. Okay, men for na obeje ye no. Me ba be hwe sisi abebia akwakosi. Udru hormone Allah say media kwa exchange me nkrofo na omugu janim inti no omu na ombedu na Nyankopon bedru ho no na tatata pao tewa ha sewa omu ya hangi omu
me say tu bi e be koso wo ho no na imagine say nuclear Daawah enya
moko show
nuclear Daawah enya mama mako 100 ahụ di ma 72
inti Allah will sit down and be watching.
Me pacha omi uto homa me wa maba.
Auntie Allah will be there watching doggy, plasma, aeroplane. Sky say you go din so he will just be sitting.
Angel ankasa be kire on sex position. Angel original ho. We doggy na waka che say o breast san. Yeah, missionary. We are no actually. Now start say what ho no. Say ebi new year sia o.
Inti Nyankopon be jan nkrofo e de ama wo. Just for tatata.
Yeah. The whole day. And say we started tatata. Tie, say we started sex no we be release after 80,000 years so.
So we dey tatata no why sex na ya no di.
Okay.
Na mama mako na
tatata no dey menshada ntia ase baba nti
na mama mako 100 ya ho oden de 80,000 years kora say what reason temo yeah
sa
na mama mako 100 ya ho oden de ama ba ko fo so emfani oba de 80,000 years what reason temo
ena aba no nso no ewa esi wiase ya o obema no tin any endless.
Hey.
Oh, serious na make no endless in the hadith was see endless penis.
We dey always shake we on.
Hey, any other better sounds or better different sounds.
Na Allah dia na ni dia topan ho Allah na obi a wono no hadith ni say
so dia ye
obi a hadith ni say woni wukunu da woni wukunu koda nwe na wukunu pe wadi na wo ampere so ma wukunu aniu na say unnim na wukunu de abufo da wo soma ne angels mo be gina okon so e ka se wo sa akopem sa de beti because wa ma from now no Allah na be hwe na ama so
jealous angels
na ohene bay shake munche ebi wa ha na mo mfa mbra logic Say yakase ade endless na chesa ade kro ne ensi ekoten street meboa infinity
NC
aha
ewa NC
okay
any
Yeah.
end.
ewa nti ade a ekoten na ensi ne ebeye den na akura twem
Na say no one or see obey etwe no according to the nti emanu so more endless etwe.
Me pacha ye freaking night ni ye o.
Hey.
Hey,
Mo ya
oh
ma
ala
ya
ohina
pa
ma de
ala
meka
mo
no wate ase
wow, ala
Oh,
mo
that's how
papa.
much raw hadith you say endless. Or see endless penis and endless vagina.
ohima
He say or
ohima de
see
meka
he see or see
de
or
meka
see
no wate
Allah will
ase
give them a vagina that can handle that
Yo,
penis.
Bema.
Nti etwe no so endless. E wa hadith no musa.
because
Sankofa.
if something is endless
ɛsɛ
any
ɔmo
end
camel nso dwo so ɛno nso ɛte sɛ
Hey,
Ah, wo no.
NC
ọmụ nụ
that.
paa, ada ụmụ videos.